Well.
We're here, man. We're here.
Hello, welcome to SDS, guys.
Nah. Do that again. Don't try that.
We need more.
Energy.
More vim.
Energy.
This is awkward. Hello, welcome to SDS. We are here for another Premier League roundup. I have no doubt that this video is going to get a lot of attention. It is a big Premier League roundup. We've done one emergency meeting before. We've done a Manchester United emergency meeting. Today we're doing a title race emergency meeting. Because we have myself and Fuizzi, who are both in the title race. And we have Fuad and Liban here also, who are in somewhat of a race as well in the top, to get to the top four. Because now that fifth spot might not be there for the Champions League. So,
and we hold the keys to the title race. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and both of them have still got a lot to say in that title race.
Yeah, you're already starting deflecting and talking about.
I'm not.
You're already starting that, yeah.
I'm introing where everyone stands in the season.
Yeah. Just make sure you tread lightly. Tread lightly.
It's Premier League roundup.
Yeah, make sure you tread
we'll
lightly.
We'll speak about every game. That's what the show is about.
Okay.
You know, that's what it's about.
I'm saying just tread lightly, though.
I don't need to tread lightly.
Yeah.
Tread lightly about what?
Just tread lightly. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
Tread lightly. Tread
For
lightly. Sharky. Tread lightly.
Saying be careful.
It's not the episode. Pick your battles wisely. Today's not the
I
episode.
haven't even picked the battle. I'm just saying. I'm
don't.
introing. I'm saying myself and Fuizzi are here. Obviously,
I
to discuss
sense a bit of you patronising a little bit. I don't know, just a little bit.
What did I say that wasn't the fact so far?
Just tread lightly, brother.
What did I say that wasn't the fact so far? Nothing.
We technically aren't really chasing the top four anymore.
Oh, you know? Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when it's time. I didn't know. I thought you were. Okay, I thought you were.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey.
I don't know. So obviously this is the show where we cover the weekend's games in the Premier League. If you're listening on audio versions and you want to see our lovely faces, head over to SDS on YouTube, and vice versa. If you are on YouTube and want to listen to us on audio versions, go over to Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. All the links are in the description for you to give us a listen, give us a rating. That'll be highly appreciated. We are the best football podcast in the UK, and I can assure you today, if this is your first time tuning in, you are going to enjoy listening to us break down the games, and also I'm guessing there'll be a lot of banter flying back and forth. So let's start off right at the top of the table. Before this weekend started, Arsenal sat first.
Oh, so you're not even introducing the table today? That's
I did,
crazy.
in a different way. I just said who everyone is and who is sport. You told me to tread lightly, so I moved on.
Oh, no. I've got to do the intros properly. Do you want me to do the intros properly?
You want a full intro of every
intro?
single person?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, you take it away.
Okay, so introducing the table today. On my left, we have Fuizzi. Yeah, representing that of Liverpool. Yeah, and then across me right here, we have the dog. Real men, Fuad.
Let's go.
Straight out of North London, the white side of North London.
Come on.
And on the right, we have the host with the most, Sharky, representing North London forever.
These streets are our own. That's the one.
And then you obviously have me. But before we even start, I just want to say Eid Mubarak, guys.
Hey.
Oh, wow, yes.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak, man.
Inshallah, like I hope your fast and your du'as get accepted this month.
Inshallah.
And you know what? I realize as men we don't really gift each other.
I like this.
We don't really do that. I feel like we need
right.
to step up.
You're
we need
right.
to step up our
You're
game.
right,
You know,
dude.
we should make it a common thing that we gift each other every time.
Whatever you have, just give.
You know,
you got
Eid,
gifts.
Put on the table.
and I got gifts for all three of you.
Oh, wow.
I got
Oh.
Eid presents for all three of you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know what?
SDS first.
Put that Tesco bag behind you, please.
SDS
Tesco.
first
Tesco
right
bag,
here.
yeah. A
That's
gift
it.
is a gift, brother.
You
A gift
accept-
is a gift, brother. Yeah. I got some good gifts. I should start with you. Shall we start with you? Yeah? I feel like that. Since you like whistles, right?
Yeah.
You like whistles, innit, right?
Yeah. I'm calm with
I got you something better than that.
Hey, harmonicas, yeah.
That's actually lit.
I can't lie. Because I realised you're not going to win the league anymore. So you're going to need something, a bit of a downgrade.
the
You need a
blues.
bit, yeah, you know, just
Play
to
the blues.
accompany your
see it.
sorrows, yeah?
I'll take that. You know what? I'll
Take
take
that?
that from you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
And
I just
then
want to see
Wow.
these ones.
I have a big present for you.
Oh,
Amazing.
Big of me.
Incredible
Do me.
present for
Do me.
Shall I do you first?
Do me.
Oh, okay,
Save the
okay.
big one for
No,
last.
I thought-
Save
no.
the big one for last. Save the big
I
one for
got you
last.
some presents as well.
Go.
I got you some papers. and a pen. Yeah.
What you doing there?
What's that
And
for?
I'll show you what your present is. Don't worry.
See, if you are listening to the audio,
It's a-
you might
it's a
want to
good
tune into
present.
the
It's a-
YouTube.
If I can open this. Damn.
There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of
Yeah,
props on the
it's
table.
Look at this. Look at
Present
this.
for you.
He bought you gifts and he's ripping it open and using it.
Brother.
This
He's
is the
already
gift.
mashed up.
This is the gift. High line. That's your gift. Hold that one there. That's your gift.
He drew a line at the top of the paper.
High line.
I look how much papers he bought. He bought 76 papers.
I keep giving it to you. You keep it as well. So you can practice. Hold on. Listen. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Stole it from his school.
Yeah, listen.
Oh! Look, they don't sell this in Tesco. Where's the rapper? Where's the rapper?
This is it might be. But anyways,
Show me the receipt.
you know what? You have this anyway. Keep it. So you might want to practice doing some more highlights, like a coach. Yeah. And then I'll save the last present. I think the most special present.
I'm
Wow,
ready for
man.
this one.
I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
I'm ready for this one.
Wow,
one's
that's a
for
lot of
you,
water.
brother.
5 litre bottle of water. What's that for? I'm pretty thirsty. Thank
It's
you.
a big
hydrate.
bottle.
Let me guess. Who is it? Someone's tears?
It might be tears.
Okay.
It might be tears. I think it's a teardrop from every single fan from that stadium on.
Oh, they
On
left.
Sunday.
They left pretty early. So
Yeah, they
I don't
left
know how
it.
much you were able to collect.
I clicked as much as I
Yeah.
could, but the reason why I got this big bottle for you is because just to remind you how much of a big bottler or big bottle job your team is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Drink the water, guys. It's good for
Yeah.
you.
Make sure you drink that. Them
Oh, I
Arsenal
will.
tears. Yeah. So I hope you guys appreciate my gifts.
Oh, thank
I
you.
thought it would be a good way to start the podcast before we actually get going. You know. So
Wow.
yeah, let's get into it. Let's get
What an
start
intro.
going. Start into the first game.
He needs to give it back to work. Stop.
Oh yeah. He's gonna hand them out in the morning. Class notes.
That's why he ripped it like that.
Wow. All right, well, there you go. Thank you for the gifts, Liban.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate the amount of effort that went into that.
No
You
problem.
didn't get yourself a gift?
Nah, don't worry, man.
No.
I'm good, man.
Presents is a present.
Exactly.
Bum.
So as I was saying, let's start off right at the top of the table. Before the weekend started, Arsenal sat top of the table, so I feel like that is the right place to start, and that was the biggest talking point this weekend. It was a jam-packed weekend, but obviously, as usual, Arsenal are the biggest talking point. So yeah, Emirates Stadium. Let's set the scene. Emirates Stadium. Arsenal play at home to Aston Villa, having losing to them already this season at Villa Park.
Ain't easy going Villa Park.
The game starts at Arsenal. City had already won the day before against Luton. Liverpool, we'll get into it in a bit as well, have lost at home. Dramatic result. I was in just before kickoff. I was in the stadium when the final whistle went for the Liverpool game. It's Arsenal's chance to actually set a bit of space. Obviously, you know what happens. We lost the game 2-0. We lost the game 2-0 with Leon Bailey scoring in the 84th minute and Ollie Watkins scoring in the 87th minute. So it all hell broke loose afterwards. Social media was very loud. I haven't said anything online. All I tweeted since the game was congratulations to Granit Xhaka and Xabi Alonso for the league. Congratulations to Leverkusen, by the way. Granit Xhaka.
Oh, the Bundesliga roundup now.
Yeah, congratulations. No. Granit Xhaka, congratulations on winning the
Remixing
league.
it now.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
It's a very special achievement. But let's talk about the game, obviously. Let's have a mature discussion.
Let's do that.
Let's have a mature discussion. Where do you guys want to start?
The first half.
Let's talk about the first half. So I'm assuming everyone's watched the game.
Mm-hmm.
First half, let's start from the lineup.
Yeah.
A couple changes. Havertz gets dropped back into midfield for this game for the first time in a long time.
did you
Jesus
make of
starts up top. What did I make of it? I mean, so when I announced the lineup to the stadium, I was thinking...
You might be the problem.
Did you see that live flex, by the way? When I announced the lineup to the stadium, continue.
I was thinking, oh, this is different. Okay. I haven't seen Havertz in midfield for a while. Zinchenko's coming to the team as well. But I saw a lot of criticism for the lineup, and Arteta. Arteta's not going to escape criticism for the game and the result at all. But I saw a lot of criticism about the lineup and, why is Havertz coming back in midfield? Zinchenko's this, Zinchenko's that. Why is he playing? I think that when I saw the lineup, that is a strong lineup.
Yep.
Player that's one, like, apart from Trossard for Martinelli. Imagine Martinelli started for Trossard. That's probably our best best lineup for players that we have in our squad. So the lineup wasn't a problem. I think Arteta made a good decision for lineup. You have to put into mind we've got Bayern Munich on Wednesday, big second leg. I think what he decided to go for was he was expecting to dominate possession, dominate the game. Villa, with the high line joke, Villa also play a high line. They've been caught a lot of times this season with that high line. And I think what he tried to do was expecting to dominate the game. Zinchenko's good for that kind of game. Kivior had struggled against Bayern Munich, so he rotated him in for Zinchenko. When in games that we dominate, Zinchenko is perfect, right? He's good on the ball. No one's going to doubt his technical ability on the ball. And if it comes to midfield, him coming into midfield allows also, with that high line, Havertz to run in from deeper positions, make them runs in behind, which happened a lot in the first half. So it worked. The start lineup worked, right? Especially in the first half, you saw it. Havertz went through
Twice.
and goal. Yeah, went through and goal with that exact tactic.
Yeah.
The line was high. He made that deep run. Odegaard found him once, I think. Zinchenko found him once over the top. He had the one-on-ones, albeit from not the best of angles. Emi Martinez made himself big, made 2 good saves.
Should have finished one of them, I feel like.
Definitely. He should have probably finished one. Trossard will speak about he should have probably finished his chance. Jesus, Saka. We had a lot of chances.
That was
But
criminal,
what I'm
that
saying is we had a lot of chances in the first half. We clearly dominated the first half. So the lineup, there was nothing wrong with it. On another day, we could have gone to half-time 2-0.
Yeah.
At least.
And that's what
So,
I feel like.
and then would the lineup decision be wrong? Would Arteta's tactical decisions be wrong? If it was 2-0 half-time and won the game 3-0 and 3-1? No. So why is it wrong because of the final result? I don't think the lineup was the issue. I think maybe the changes and when the changes happened and the overworking of certain players in the season. So first half, games happening, what were you thinking?
For me, that's what I thought. I thought you lot should have been
For sure.
long gone and out of sight. I thought you lot dominated the game. You controlled possession. You controlled the tempo. You had the better chances. And it was just a case of when the goal was going to come. But the second half, honestly,
Horrible.
I've never seen a more night and day reaction. And this is where I almost feel like managerially you have to look at the 2 gaffers and say, Unai Emery, well done. Because that is how you get a reaction at your team. That is how you say Odegaard, who in the first half, by the way, was
Brilliant.
that was a different level of performance. I saw him at one moment having man doing the Heinz Evra. Remember that throwback? But you thought, the way he nullified him in the second half, though, and the way Villa all of a sudden looked so hungry. They never let Arsenal back into the game, basically. It was almost like that first half was a whole different game, if you like, a different day. But then it's like to go on and win the game away at your ground and the way it happened as well.
And keep a clean
2
sheet.
quick goals, keep a clean sheet as well. And I just thought it was just, bro, it was almost like Arsenal's old kind of nerves rearing its head again in that kind of moment when you're looking for players to step up. You're looking for guys to really take responsibility. And you could say Havertz with those 2 chances early in the half. You could say Jesus, okay, the hold-up play is okay, but can we get some finishes? Because these are the moments where it's like 6 games are left till the end of the season. The winnable games at home versus Villa, you should be winning, I'm sorry. And I feel like in the second half, players just kind of tailed off and there wasn't that hunger to win it anymore. There wasn't that desire. And it was like you were almost waiting for Villa to actually take the game away from you. And they did. And in 1-2 quick punch, it was like buried, basically, dead and buried before.
Facts.
And by the time the second goal goes in, you're looking at the stadium, it's like half of it's empty. It's like, it's almost like even the Arsenal fan base in the stadium didn't believe that, I don't know, it was fully going to come through. It was like, oh, we bottled it again. It's okay. Don't worry. We'll all just go home type of thing. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, how have you reverted back to type so quickly, if that makes sense, in the second half? So for me, I want to know, do you think that was on the players or that was kind of Arteta was just outschooled by Unai Emery in that second half?
Well, first of all, I think Emery smashed it. Did a double over us. They beat City early on in the season. He's been class. They've been class ever since he joined.
Yeah.
He's been great. Obviously, there's a lot of factors. Like I said, right now it's panic mode and everything, and we're open to criticism. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot to say, laugh at us, whatever. That's fine. We deserve it. Go ahead.
Just quickly as well, I was going to say, one other person I forgot to mention, Zinchenko.
Yeah.
I've never seen selling in the second half like that in my life, basically. He was making sure that Kivior basically is the number 1 starter for the rest of the season. Man are talking about, I don't know where his head is at the moment, but it was not on that game, basically. And Zinchenko, I feel like there have been questions about him since he signed for Arsenal. I feel like last season, especially in that crunch moment, there was questions about his mentality and his ability to kind of be a leader. Because I remember last season, it was all at the start, getting the huddle together. It's moments like that where people need to step up. And he
was it the second goal where he got caught on the complete other side of the pitch, let his man go. His man was the one that got the crossing, and it was game over. I just feel like just basics with Zinchenko, time and time again, he's been able to cost Arsenal in defensive moments as well. I know what you said earlier in the first half as well, and I agree. If you're going to be the dominating team and in possession, he is going to be crucial because he's going to be. But I remember last season as well when this guy was sat with Rio Ferdinand talking about, when I go into the midfield, what's your winger going to do? We saw plenty of time what they were able to do yesterday, brother. And so many times he's been caught out in games like that, bro. Do you remember at that time, though? Especially you as a United fan. Rio was getting cooked. Like he was some, look at this old fool talking about you don't follow the inverted fullback, bro. Zinchenko hype. All of that inverted fullback nonsense, it's over. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't renew his contract. Arsenal fans want to see him at the summer because there have been too many moments where he just doesn't seem reliable, and you can see why City offloaded him.
No, it's funny because, again, you have to give credit to Aston Villa because I feel like, especially in that second half, when you're watching the game, it looks like Aston Villa are the ones that are chasing the title and Arsenal are the ones that are chasing the top four. That's how it looked like to me. And you have to credit to the players. You have to credit to Aston Villa. I feel like, again, it comes down to mentality. They were winning all their draws. They're winning all the second balls, 50-50 challenge, everything. They were winning every single draw across the whole pitch. And again, it comes back to that whole thing about mentality with Arsenal. Again, crunch time. Bro, we might as well just copy and paste the episodes from last year, bro. I don't know why we're even recording. We might as well just copy and paste it from last season.
Yeah.
Legit, bro. Why are we doing this episode again?
I think that's cheap, though.
It's not cheap.
I think that's cheap.
I don't think it's cheap.
I think it's cheap to say, it's easy to say, it's the same as last year. It's not the same as last year.
It is the same as last year.
I think last year you could define it as bottle. I don't think this year you can define it as bottle.
No.
I think it's very cheap analysis, and I think you could do better than that.
It's not cheap analysis, but when you see a pattern, it can't be cheap.
It's not cheap. This isn't the same pattern as last
season. It's not cheap. Fast 7, Fast 8, Fast 9. It's the same same character with new additions. You got John Cena in the 8. You got my man, what's his name? Jason Statham in what? It's the same movie being repeated constantly with different characters. You got Declan Rice this year, okay? You got different man Havertz in there, but the mentality as a whole, there's still signs that show that mental fragileness is still there. You're talking about coming to the last 10-15 minutes of the game, and you don't look like you want to win the game. You look like you're trying to see out a draw. Is that not a mentality issue there?
100%. No, I agree. It's a mentality issue.
So it's not cheap. So it's not me saying I'm not making a cheap attack because I saw this at Porto. It's the high stake games that I feel like also when it goes to these games with the smaller teams and they're going away from home and that, yes, you looked a lot more dominant than you did last year. But when it's those high pressure games where you're coming up against opposition that you know that could cause you damage. Buying at home, Porto away. It's like you see that fragileness is still there. You can't deny it. It's not me being cheap. I've seen the evidence. I've seen the evidence.
I said comparing us to last season is cheap. I'm not saying there's not a mentality issue here. There could be mentality
why
issues.
Is it cheap compared to last year? It could be a mentality issue as well. The storyline's the same.
It could be a mentality issue as well, but it could be a complete different thing as well.
What's different?
Last season was more of a bottle. This season, people are forgetting this is our first loss in the league in 2024. We haven't lost the game in the league since New Year's Eve.
It doesn't
matter.
My birthday
was the last time we lost the game.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter because now City have built this thing in the culture now where it's like if you drop points, your league's done for you.
But but Sharky, this is
now.
Now what you're doing is you're trying to do the whole sort of also almost sort of victimize yourself now because 2 weeks ago when we was on this podcast, you're talking about tell me your top 5. Tell me your top 5. Who plays the best football in Europe? Tell me your top 5. I tell you my top 5 now. Buying.
What?
Because come Wednesday now, you're gonna bottle it again, and you're gonna tell me it's cheap. It's not cheap. It's the same storyline. I'm watching the same movie happen all the time.
But it's not the case, though.
It is the case.
What he means by the same movie is it's a mentality issue.
It's a mentality issue.
But what I'm saying
the outcome is still the same.
You're saying
you just switched up.
It's not a bottle yet.
Of course
You're not even ruling it as a bottle.
Why? Because you threw extra. You lasted the extra rounds in the fight. Why? Because the second fight now you lost it. Last time you got knocked out in round 6. This time you got knocked out in round 9. It's different. No, it's not different. You still got knocked out, brother.
Okay.
You're still your head and your body is on the canvas. You're still down.
So it's done.
So don't tell me it's cheap if the storyline is still you're still following the same storyline, brother.
So it's
you're
done.
talking about
season's done. It's all finished.
I'm telling you, bro. Let me tell you. If I've watched the movie 8 times before, and I know that the main characters are going to be in the next movie. I know Vin Diesel's going to be in the next Fast. So that means that he's not going to die in Fast 8 because I know he's in Fast 9. They announced Fast 8, Fast 9, Fast 10. I know Vin Diesel's all 3. Yeah. He's not going to die in Fast 8. It's the same thing with Arsenal. I know this team so well. Okay. I told you, you sold your soul to the Emirates Stadium. You sold it. Ever since you moved to that stadium, this is who you are. This is what your team is built on. Yeah? They're calling this April Arteta. There's a name for it now. There's a name for it now. April Arteta. Where is that name coming from? Did I make it up? They're calling it April Arteta now.
I've never seen that.
And now people are saying, oh, this might be the Spanish Brendan Rodgers. Uncomfortable conversations are arriving now. Why are they saying that? Where is that coming from? Where is that stemming from?
It's not completely over for you though, is it?
Because
here's the thing. I feel like for a lot of, let's say, rival fans or a small section of Arsenal fans, it almost does feel like the title's lost this season because you almost feel like when City take the lead, they never let that shit go. Now, last 6 games were there as well.
Yeah, 6 games.
But you seem like it's not over for you. You still think Arsenal can win it? Actually, is there a percentage update been recently? Can we get a percentage?
I haven't really done many
update,
positions.
actually?
I haven't done many percentages this season anyway. So I had to go back into the lab.
The last one I think was the tweet you put out. I think it was
30% he put.
30%,
which is fair because at the time
it's 3 teams now.
It's 3 teams.
Last season the percentages were higher because there were only 2 teams.
Yeah, but 2 weeks ago you're moving like you're the big 3. See, instead of talking about big 3 in the rap game, you were talking. Let's bring it to football. You were talking 2 weeks ago like this was the big 3. You included. Don't just sit there like don't just sit there like a statue. No, that's J Cole. That's J Cole over here. That's J Cole. This is J Cole over here. Because let me tell you why it's J Cole. He would last 2 weeks ago throwing jabs. He thought he could say what? Then all of a sudden, what happened? I can't sleep no more. I can't sleep. It's eating away at my heart. That's you right now.
That's not what I'm
You're deep in it. You're clocking it. You ain't got the minerals for it. You're deep in it. You're not built for this. You're clocking it now. Talk about a big 3. And you coming with the energy. Go make some drums, man. Shut up and make some drums, man. Shut up and make some drums, man. Yeah, you want to turn this to rap? I turn this to the rap game right now for you. You, J. Cole. Yeah, that's what you are right now. That's what your team is, J. Cole. You clocked. You're not built for this. And now you're backing out of the battle. And you, little Kendrick Lamar, Malcolm X you. Yeah, coming with all these quotes. Yeah, thinking you're all philosophical and that. Yeah, you're not built for it either. You're not built for it either. You just accept it, man.
You are so silly.
Man City are the Drake right now. You just gotta accept it. That's the number 1 guy right now. Everyone's trying to come for their head. Everyone's failing.
That's true.
Everyone's flopping. Yeah, everyone's flopping, and that's what you're J. Cole. You think you're Drake. You're talking about big 3. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not big. You're not big 3 nothing. Yeah, talking about top 5. You're not top 5 nothing. Yeah, you got humbled again once again. You're gonna get humbled on Wednesday, and then I'm gonna come back on Wednesday for you, and then I dare you let Man United win the FA Cup. I dare you let it to be like last year again. And I'm just saying, let it be last year. And then another uncomfortable conversation is coming. I'm telling you right now, Sharks.
Yeah, tell me.
I told you 2 weeks ago, you must win. Yeah? You must win. And I'm going to continue with that. Till I see you win a trophy, you must win. And until then, you need to relax with the talk. You talk like you're a big team.
The thing is,
nothing to show for it.
Okay, you had a lot of airtime. You have an episode of your life. Congratulations. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy watching you today.
I'm glad. And I got more for them if you want.
Putting on triple doubles.
You've had a good opening 20 minutes, but just be careful because.
Oh, I'm not worried.
To answer your question, no, it's not over. Yes, it's a massive, massive damp in our tie hopes. It's huge. This is terrible. Yeah. And of course, it should be chaos mode a little bit right now, but it's also, luckily got a bit of credit in the bank with our goal difference. You know, we've got good goal difference. We've had a good, especially February, we were winning 5-0, 6-0. We've got got good gap in goal difference where you're telling me City can't draw. City, as a United fan, he's calling them Drake. He's bred in City like that. It's a bit dodgy for me, by the way.
Is it dodgy?
You're shameless in general.
Why am I saying?
You're shameless in general. You sound like a City fan. You're excited that City's do well.
I'm not excited because you know why?
I'm not one game.
You know why I'm excited? You know I'm not excited. You know I'm excited about City.
More than
I'm not excited about City.
Go on then.
I'm not excited about City. There's certain times where you got to pick your battles wisely. With them, I'm leaving it to the hands of the law. 115. I'm leaving it to them to deal with.
Ridiculous.
They can. I got faith in the justice system. They can deal with that one. Yeah, because that was out of my. It's out of my control. That one. They got to deal with that one. But you two, don't worry. I could deal with this. These two here, I can. You as well. You included.
Do you want to save? You should save a little bit of energy to deal with your situation in your club.
I'm numb to that. I'm numb to that. That's like.
But I'm seeing more passion in you. About Arsenal.
Yeah.
Not even Liverpool as much, which is strange to me anyways, because that's your biggest rival.
No, I'm on to them. Don't worry, we'll get to them.
I'm seeing more passion in you with Arsenal than your own club. It's a bit
It's not. There's not.
It's
I
a
mean,
bit
I wouldn't
strange,
really.
but-
I really would call it passion because you know what it is when you get hit so many times. When you get hit, you just end up becoming numb. So when I get hit there, I'm not really feeling it. But for you two right now, it's a shock to the system.
Sounds like crack.
Your head's gone. You're rattled. You don't even know where you are right now. Francis and Ngannou, Anthony Joshua, you all over the place right now.
ringing.
Your ears are ringing. You're
All
like,
I'm saying is,
you don't
stay
even know
calm.
what battle you're in right now.
Arsenal fans, stay calm. Stay
Me
calm.
right now, it's like I've been hit, I've been rocked,
can I
but I'm just
speak?
trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
find
He hasn't spoken yet.
Go
Yeah,
on, you speak.
Okay.
Go on.
I generally have no time to talk as well. Everyone's getting their hits.
yeah.
So I got asked the question about the word like 5 minutes ago. I haven't had a chance to answer it.
Oh, go on.
No, but you talk.
What was your question again?
No, but
Do
you
you
talk.
think you're gonna win?
No, you talk.
Sharks. Let's be. Okay, is experience? Is it important in life? Experience.
For sure.
Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to speak from experience. Sharks, the league's done for both of us. None of us are going to win the league. It's done. I'm letting you know now for free. It's you know what kills you the most? Hope. Hope kills you the most.
There's a quote in
Like-
Shawshank Redemption about Morgan Freeman.
How does it go?
What does it say?
I forgot word for word, but I'll get it. You carry
Okay.
It's like, yeah.
Honestly, it's done. But the reason why you should be more vexed than I am. I've been here. I've experienced this. This is not new to me. I'm not gonna lie. Coming around December time, I didn't expect us to be even fighting for the league. Like with
He's changing. It's true
I
now.
remember when he was here talking about. Remember I told you at the start of the season.
yeah.
We're gonna win the title.
I said we're gonna win the
That's exactly how it
title.
sounded.
Aye,
as well.
Sharks.
That's exactly how it sounded. as well.
He's gonna agree because I know you like telling the truth, Sharks. Did I say we're gonna win the title? Or did I say we're gonna be competing again?
Before the season started.
Yeah, before the
Yeah, you
season
said
started.
competing again.
No, but during the
Competing
season,
But as the season by Christmas, what was he saying?
Fam,
you had the Premier League medal
We're
around
gonna
your
win
neck.
the title.
Yeah.
Before
You
the
had
medal.
the whistle.
Rick Ross and
Yeah,
Jim
my friend
Friends.
talking about.
Rick
oh,
Ross, do you know what I mean? There's a
talking
lot
about-
of things has changed. A lot of things can change. What? We can't change opinions.
Wait,
I'm saying
you changed your opinion 1 week ago. Or 1 week ago.
right now.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
even.
yeah, I can though. I can.
He had a
Rules-
medal on
rules
the
it-
watch along for
Huh?
Liverpool United just
Yeah,
last week.
He had a medal. He was talking about.
Klopp
behind the scenes.
Sharks, we gotta give up the title
to-
now. You know, Man City, the two. What are you talking about, man?
Say no more. You're talking as I said, Sharks, yeah? In here, I'm being honest, it's the hope that kills you. Like, we're in different stages. Like, you're still you're in denial.
Yeah, you've been here.
You're saying to the Arsenal fans, still don't stay calm, don't panic, Me, I'm at the stage where I'm looking forward at Cities, what's going on. I'm reading into who they got next, when's the last time they beat who, But I'm looking for no reason. I don't know why I'm doing it, because I did that previously, and the year before that, and the year before that. Well, I'm being so real with you. It does not help. It's bad for your health. I'm being
It's like what
this
Einstein
is
said, right?
bad for your health.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
You say that all the time.
And I'm telling you, you're insane.
You say that all the time.
I'm
You say
telling
that
This
you,
is
all the
only
time.
our second try at this.
Shut.
This is them for the last 6-7 years.
Exactly, and
They've lost the league on the last day twice.
I'm gonna show proof.
Klopp is leaving.
Yeah.
I want to show
So
proof.
crazy.
You want me to show proof
Yeah.
that this is not good. This is not good. Let me tell you why this is not. Look. You're gonna think, raw food's different now. Yeah. Man City, in 9 away games, 1 clean sheet. They got 4 away games left this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. One's against Brighton. They won 1 in 3. Yeah.
Oh, you've researched.
Nottingham Forest, they drew last season.
Yep, they did. Chris
Tottenham, they failed to score and win.
The stadium.
And win, yeah.
And this is me thinking, oh, we got a chance. But if I look back at previous seasons of what's happened between us and City,
You've done the
doesn't
same
work
thing.
like
You
that.
thought you had a chance.
We had Steven Gerrard, manager of Aston Villa, with Coutinho. Coutinho scored. Coutinho scored. I'm thinking this is it, the storyline. So I'm believing storylines now. Crushed.
Yeah, that was impatient.
The guy said to Salah, "There's no point celebrating." That's what he said to Salah.
They
Salah
scored
was like,
3.
there's nothing we at this moment of time, as the band say, let the law handle it.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. So there's no point staying calm because it's done. There's with that Premier League. There's no parade. There's not going to be a farewell party for Klopp. Right? No, it's the truth.
This is
Right
sad,
now,
man.
let's
This is
do the Carabao Cup. Let's do it
Just do a
and say
parade.
goodbye. Do a parade to Carabao
But
Cup.
hold on, I told you this though. Did I not tell you this?
Yeah, but
you are leaving.
You say things.
Shut up.
You say
Shut
things
up.
for no
Shut
reason.
up.
man.
Shut up.
You say things
Shut
for no
up. Shut
reason
up.
sometimes.
I told you that the only trophy Klopp is gonna win this season is the Carabao Cup, and you were like, you don't know. No, it's not. This means more. This means more FC. This means more.
You know,
yeah.
this
means more.
You can't laugh, Sean.
This means more.
But you know what? This is
Let me tell
stupid
you what.
from
Let
him.
me tell
You
you
think-
No,
what.
I can't.
No, no,
Listen,
listen.
I don't think I've ever said this season once that Arsenal are going to win the league.
You say it all the
Liverpool will win.
time.
No, I
This
didn't.
you had new Primo merch ready. You
That
had
was
the
last
clothing.
season.
You had clothing
That
line
was
ready.
last season.
Arsenal man,
but
the one
Arsenal-
Arsenal
that was
Primo.
last season.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
this season.
He said you said you were
did,
gonna
you
drop.
did,
you did.
No, he said
You
he's gonna
did.
drop Primo AFTV AF Arsenal
did.
Football Club for this
That was
season.
last season.
Liban,
I think it was for this
This
season.
season.
as well. I think so.
Nah,
This
Seamus,
season.
like,
Him and AB said.
That was last season.
Hold on. Don't hug me though. Don't try to friend. Don't try to friend me over
We'll go
there.
back to war.
Don't try to friend me
That
though.
was a
Because
Tom and Jerry
I'm
moment.
on you still. This means more FC.
Let me say something. Can I speak?
This is a meltdown.
Alright,
today.
you see this?
This
You
is
see
how-
this?
Look at us. This
Look
is a
how
meltdown.
they changed. Look
Wait,
how they
wait,
changed.
you see
How they
this?
changed? I
It's crazy.
Sharks, you see this?
Go on.
Like, he's a Man United fan.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
look how he's talking. You're right.
He's
As
the
a Man City
happiest
fan,
here.
you know, if Man City do the 4-peat, Sir Alex Ferguson's legacy is
Yeah,
finished,
yeah, I
fam.
agree, I agree.
Like, look how we celebrate.
but that's-
You call him daddy. You call Sir Alex daddy, and
does,
this
I
is how
heard
you
that.
celebrate. You can't do that, Liban, bro. I'm being serious. Be frustrated.
I agree. If Pep does, let's say,
Fam.
does a back-to-back treble with 4 in a row,
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson is no longer the greatest manager from the
He's 80 something. You still bring him to a stadium.
Hold on, that's fine. But like I said to you, there's
Come
certain
on, fam.
things
He should be
that
watching
are
EastEnders
out
with
of
tea,
my
fam.
control.
hell's
Like I said,
going on?
I'm leaving it to the hands of the Lord. I can't deal with that one. I can't.
Yeah, but it doesn't change how great
fight,
he is.
I can't fight that. That one I have to take it to. You get me? That same lawyer that OJ Simpson had. We got to start shouting that brother. I don't know what was his name again.
He's dead.
He's dead. The dream team.
Rob
We need to get
Kardashian.
the dream team
Kardashian,
involved.
he's dead, fam.
Listen,
You want he's dead.
The dream
He's
team.
dead.
We gotta find some dream team out
He
there.
passed
But
away
for
in
you,
1967.
You can't get away with it. Let me tell you why you
Before
can't.
the case.
No, let me
Huh?
listen.
It doesn't matter. He
Let
still
me-
passed
let me- no.
away.
Let me tell you why you can't get away with it.
How you celebrating?
We told you.
Your Man City are your little bros. They're meant to be your little bros, and you're like this. Come on, fam. Liban, you're a bad Man United fan.
let me tell
Lias
you.
is right about you.
Okay,
Lias
that's
is
fine.
right about
Lias
you.
can be-
No, Lias is right about you.
Lias,
let's calm down.
hold
Let's
on.
calm
Lias
down.
might
This
be
is
right.
shit. I can't believe this.
Hold on,
Let's calm
listen.
down.
If Tottenham are like this, this is how you're gonna
Lias-
this is how you're gonna
Hold
talk.
on.
Let's calm down a little
Lias might be right, but one thing's for certain, you're wrong. That's one that is for certain because you said
So
you
sad.
said
So
your team
sad.
was gonna win the Premier League. This is a fact, right?
But
You
go
said
on.
this means more. This means more FC. This is you, yeah, talking about they're gonna do it for Klopp. Man, stop chasing that farewell tour. They don't love you like that. Their players don't love you
I
like
love
that.
it. I can't wait for
This
that.
league
That-
don't
He's
love
still-
you
he's
like
still-
that.
regardless
the
of-
fans don't love you like that. Premier
Regardless
League
of
footballers
what
don't love you like that. The lovers of the game, like Leah says, don't love you like that. This ain't no farewell tour.
If Klopp
It's not
doesn't
a
win the
farewell
Premier
tour.
League,
It's a get out of the club.
This is
get out of the league.
Let's get back to these, man, though.
No, but this guy, I don't like the way he's talking.
It's a combined.
We
It's
talk-
a
we talk-
title
it's
race
the truth.
meltdown.
Let me tell you
Regardless,
something.
if
Out of
Klopp
the three
does not
teams-
win,
out
if
of
Klopp does not
the
win,
three
calm
teams,
down.
you're the only one that's playing on adrenaline. These are like actually good. These are actually play good football.
look,
You don't play on adrenaline.
We're fighting.
You
for the,
lot
as
have
you said,
pre-workout.
we're fighting
You
for
have
this
them
Premier
asthma
League.
pumps that get you fired up. That's what it is with
when
you
was
lot.
the last time we had a fully strengthened squad, bro?
We don't give a shit.
Our
Yeah,
first
that's
team.
why we said
Throughout the
it's
whole
not
season
real.
we haven't,
Shit.
and we were still competing for the league, bro. Do you get it?
That's why we said it was unsustainable.
This is
And
the
look at
battle.
this.
I clocked it.
But-
I
look at this.
clocked it. This
We-
is the battle of competing.
Sharks.
This is the battle of
As-
competing.
Listen, and
This is the battle of
When's the
that's what
last
it is, that's
time
what
you
it is.
felt
The
like
battle
that?
of
When's the last time you felt like that?
This is the battle of
When's the
competing.
last time you felt like that?
Can we just calm
Fam,
down?
you don't
Can
feel
we
like
just
that,
please?
fam.
Can
You
we
don't
just
feel like
talk
that.
a little bit?
Your manager's bold, gonna get
Normally.
sacked in the end of the
Can we
season,
just talk
fam.
normally a
My
little
manager's
bit?
walking
I
way happy.
can't.
Your
This is
manager's
the
getting
first
sacked.
episode this season, guys. I've
Bold
lost
manager
control.
getting sacked, fam. Your bold manager's getting sacked.
He's sweating. Head's hot.
No.
Head's hot. Head's hot.
Your beloved Ten Hag.
Head's hot.
Go
Head's
get
hot.
your daddy back, man. Go get daddy back. Go get daddy back,
Your
fam.
daddy's actually leaving. Your daddy is actually leaving.
And he took us to the Champions League. He took us back to the Champions League.
One Champions League, one
He took
Premier
us-
League,
he took us-
one FA Cup in 9 years.
I'll be more,
God
and he's still
damn.
one of our greatest managers.
Oh, my
Probably our
days.
greatest ever manager, bro.
Oh,
in my
my
lifetime,
days.
definitely.
Oh,
What about yours? What about yours?
Damn,
What about yours?
damn.
What about yours? He
Your
should
mate-
watch.
oi.
Instead of watching Emmerdale, you
Guys
man
are
are
getting-
grabbing him back to the stadium, fam.
fathers are getting
With that
applauded.
pisses
Oi.
down that comes.
Oi, oi,
Ronaldo ran
oi.
away. You still put his
Fathers
name.
are getting applauded
He
for
should be
doing the
in
bare
he should-
minimum.
What's the old people's home? He should be there.
Niggas
but
are
look,
getting gas
you
because
lot
their
there.
dad brought milk to the yard.
We're
Oi,
losing
hey,
ourselves.
They're getting gas because
Listen,
listen.
Okay.
Look how many stepdads you had, fam. David Moyes,
you host this, bro.
Van Gaal. You had Jose Mourinho. There's stepdads.
Hey,
Can we get some order back in this, yeah? Hey, get back in your chair. Nah, you ain't ducking this. Get back in your chair. Get back in your chair. Oh, get off, man. Hey, go make some drums, man. Go make some drums, man. Hey, shut up and go make some drums, man.
We've got 1 minute left, yeah?
Hey, met your booming ass.
Let's get some order in the room.
Hey, listen.
Let's get some order in the room. Let's get some order in the room. There's been a lot of shouting. The audio. Absolute nightmare. Like.
Met your booming ass trying to get involved in a rap battle, man.
Yes, please keep getting your Joseph. Hurry up. Get one more.
No one dissed you.
Hey, you remember Super Hot Fire? Yeah, remember that guy he's called, used to beef, what's his name? Mute Spitter.
No.
He used to say nothing. He just used to rap battle with his hands. Yeah. He's amazing at mute, basically.
Yeah.
That's Hassim right now. He's trying to get involved and be mute. That's Hassim right now. Mute Spitter. That's your name.
Your head's not itchy, G.
Are you done?
Yeah, then that has that.
Are you
big,
done?
That big head is definitely not itchy.
All right, let's
Scratch the headache away.
let's talk more about the Arsenal Villa game.
Come back and host.
What are you doing? We didn't. No.
No. Okay. It's a good joke. It was a good joke.
You guys, he was trying to portray, get order for like the last 5 minutes.
I'm still waiting for the Arsenal.
Exactly, that was 10 minutes ago.
We're done. We're cooled off. Come
Get back. Come here.
Come.
Get your fat ass up, man.
Get your booming ass. Get your Metro booming ass out of here, man. Metro booming.
Breathe.
We don't trust you.
I've had plenty of time to breathe. Listen to you guys talk.
No, I'm telling them. But yeah.
I'm
As
done
you
now
were
anyway.
saying- As you were saying, Sharky.
I can't remember where I was. It's been about 10 minutes since I spoke.
Right. So, second half, I'll ask you, where did that lie more? Players.
One game.
Yeah, I can't take these.
One game.
I tried.
2024.
Oh, I did. Ooh.
One loss in the league in 2024.
All right, go on. Have you say?
No, what's the question? Second half.
Second half.
Yeah,
Second half.
Aston Villa
basically.
dominate completely.
But then, how much of that lies with Arteta's changes, for example, taking Odegaard off, Tomiyasu for Ben White, was it?
Yeah, the first change didn't come to the 67th minute. Nothing.
Nah,
We
we can't have DC on a pod together anymore. We can't have DC on a pod anymore.
Nah, what are you talking about, this guy? I'm saying...
It shows how big Arsenal Football Club are, clearly. We've got Liverpool who lost at home.
Why is he saying that?
2 games this week. We've got United who've got 1 point from Bournemouth this season in 2 games.
You know what? Who caused this? Man City. They got charges, 115 charges, and we're all fighting each other. We should be all one. We're all brothers. We should be together.
Man City can't be
But
stopped,
Man City, they're lot peps like this, doing this. He's a real maniac.
Yeah,
He's
he's
doing
maniac,
this real
maniac.
life. He's not just affecting
Bernardo
football club.
Dickey,
He's
Bernardo
affecting football
Dickey.
fans. This is real.
Gundo, I love you so much.
You won the title for us because you were there. Kevin knows you will be there.
And you want us to compete with that?
Can't compete.
We fought in it. You know when
We can't compete.
we cannot replace him.
We were competing with a mental maniac.
Aguero went. He said we cannot replace him. Haaland came in. Haaland came in and scored 50 plus goals in 1 season. He said we cannot replace him. Haaland came. He got rid of Jesus. He said Haaland come. This is how. Look at us. I'm tired. I'm sick. I'm tired. I developed B12. All because of one guy, Pep Guardiola.
You're meant to have B12.
Low B12. Low B12. But listen to
my chest.
Nah, it's one man. He done all of this.
I agree.
We're not laughing at the Arsenal and Aston Villa. Look at me. I'm the same as you guys. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing because I've been here, but it's funny seeing someone else with me. I didn't see no one with me. I was by myself. But now I'm seeing Arsenal. I'm like, oh, you man fall for the trap as well. It's a trap. We're falling for a trap. That's it. This Premier League is now a trap now. It's a trap. It's a trap. Like, first, this way is, you don't take, let's be real. First half, you did not take your chances, right?
Yeah,
Agreed?
yeah.
You didn't take your chances. But that's it now. There's nothing, don't focus on what you just didn't take your chances.
Facts, we
And
didn't.
if you don't, and City go above you, if you are not 20 points clear by April, forget about it. You need 20 plus points,
See
bro.
this victim mentality though. I don't like it.
You've been victim.
There's some truth to it.
There's definitely some truth
it
to
was
it.
a bit. Yeah.
But it's a case of like,
this is how it is.
Nah, now you're doing it.
The victim card.
Man
card.
City, how can we compete with Pep the genius? All season long it was, yo, City ain't really there. you know, Kevin De Bruyne is not really
that's
there.
every year, though.
And
That's
can
how
be
they
got-
were.
Haaland's not
Look at
really
your
finishing
record
his
last season.
chances.
We
No,
said
wait,
every year
wait,
they
wait,
win it.
wait,
What's that
wait,
TikToker?
wait. All
Kevin-
season it was Haaland ain't finishing his chances. The defense ain't looking how it was last year. Edison's been injured for how long now? It's a case of, it was there up for grabs. So now that it's not there,
But it
all of a
still
sudden,
is. Why is it not
City
there?
super
This is
team.
my problem
No,
now, right?
and I agree.
This is my problem
I
now.
agree. This is why I wanted to hear your percentage.
This is why I've been frustrated today, right? So I've been frustrated today. I came today thinking, cool, I'm going to discuss everything, but of course, I got ambushed. And it sounds, by the sounds of it, yeah, I feel like Drake. I'm not J. Cole. I'm not J. Cole. I feel like Drake here. I'm getting ambushed.
6 man on your neck, boy.
By the sounds of it and everything, it sounds like, everything's done. The league's done. Laugh at Arsenal. Liverpool's done. City have won the league. There's 2 points in it. I know it's okay. Now, City's the worst team to be 2 points behind because
We lost the league with 1 point.
They're not going to drop that. Usually, they're not going to drop that. You don't
don't,
expect them to
no,
drop
no,
that.
not
But
now.
like you said, with everything you've said just now about this season, City, like haven't been the same. They haven't been as good. They haven't this injuries there. Blah 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 blah. So you're telling me, with knowing all of that, they can't just draw 1 game in the last 6 games? Of course, I can't imagine. I'm not allowed to think. They can still drop some points. I can't now think. Of course, our chances are massively dampened now. We're no longer in like steering the ship. We're no longer at the front of the race. But I can't think. We're only 2 points behind. We've got a 5 goal difference, plus 5 goal difference on them. I'm not allowed to think. We're still in it somewhat. Of course, we're with percent. We'll talk about percentages. I'm not going to say what my percentage is because I haven't calculated because it's a very meticulous process. But I can't say, cool, even though my percentage has gone down massively, it's not 0%. You guys talking like it's 0%.
That's
We're
why
2
I said
points behind.
shocked.
them.
That's what I wanted
No,
to
but
hear.
that's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I
But
wanted
by
to
the
hear.
sounds of what happened today, what went down today, albeit I know it's going to be great, it's going to be funny, it's going to do really well. This was a visual representation of Twitter the last couple of days. I sat back.
Arsenal basically out the title race.
I just witnessed in front of me Twitter on Sunday night.
It was funny though.
And this episode's gonna be one of the funniest we've released.
But look at
and
this-
I've witnessed it.
And can I
Because it's
speak-
chaos, it's laugh at Arsenal, it's chaos, it's act like everything is done, it's now act like, you guys are this, you guys are that, Arteta's this, your players are that, Zinchenko's this, Havertz that. When just before that, we've been praised as one of the best teams in Europe, rightfully so. Best defense in the Premier League, most goals scored in the Premier League. We've lost our first loss in 2024 in the league. We're still in the Champions League quarterfinals. We're not down. We're tied right now in the Champions League. We're 2 points off the top. Of course, it's a horrible result to lose 2-0 at home against Aston Villa. It's a horrible result, and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about what went wrong, who's at fault, what's the problems, what's the mentality issues. Our players being overused. Is Odegaard now feeling like he's being overused? Is Saka clearly being overused? And this whole limping thing that now has become a big meme. Why is that happening? Why is he limping every game? That's what we should be talking about. And how can we feel like Arsenal can still challenge for this league with 6 games to go? But no, don't even give a chance to talk about that. It's done.
Then let's
That's
talk
what it-
about
but
that.
that's
Then
what
let's
it
talk
was.
about that.
But
Then let's talk
let's
about
talk
that.
about it. We've used up 43 minutes. Not even
You've
talking
got
about that.
6 games to go.
6 games to go, yeah.
Do you, Sharky, believe in this team in terms of, do you look at Jesus?
I believe in this team, yes. Do I think we're going to win the league? Probably not. But if you said to me last week before we lost to Villa, do I think we're going to win the league? I'd still say we're not. Probably not. I'd still put City.
What do you think that is? That's
And I
holding you
filmed the
back from
video,
winning the league?
but it's going to keep changing because the thing is, there's Man City, which we're talking about, and there's Liverpool. So it's a 3-horse race. So already, naturally, there's a 1 in 3 chance of winning the league. Then you add all the other factors of the quality of Man City and who Man City are, and Liverpool being another team in title race. Of course, it's
No, but in terms of Arsenal being a de facto lock-in for the title, for you to sit there and say,
we're not.
I back my team regardless of what we're going through, what do you think Arsenal's missing for that?
time and experience.
They had experience last season.
So 1 season later, now we're going to be full experience to just win the league. He
No,
said
so,
for it to be a lock,
and-
a guarantee.
And what I mean in terms of that is, I look at
Alonso.
Alonso, for example,
Yeah.
who's been able to come in 1 year and turn that team
Unbelievable
from
achievement,
a team.
yeah.
And you're not able to do
But it's
that. But that
different
was a
circumstances.
Bayern Munich team that was dominating that league for 11 years. Do you know what I mean?
But that same Bayern Munich team last season
got
weren't
Harry
great.
Kane as
Last
well.
season they weren't great.
They weren't great, I understand. But then
the
they
league
got
they won
Harry
last
Kane,
season.
and you're expecting
the
that.
league they won last season was more of a Dortmund battle than
The comparison I'm trying to
Bayern
draw
win.
is,
No, but why
is
don't-
you can elevate a team very quickly, in my ideas, and I think Arteta's done that.
Yeah,
very
we've
quickly.
elevated.
And what I'm saying is now you're in this point of the season now. It's the final 6 game.
Yep.
You should be looking at this squad and saying, do you know what? We have enough. I feel like Arteta's been there now 4.5 years.
Yep.
He should have been able to build that team within his vision.
And he has.
And I'm looking at kind of especially the last couple of windows in terms of the likes of the Jorginhos,
Brilliant
the
one,
Trossard, and them guys. I feel like for the time they were good, but there could have been players that I said were signed almost like X Factor type players that you feel like
Bro,
could be game breakers.
we almost won the league last season.
And I feel like you're missing that.
We almost won the league last season. Obviously, the gap looks worse than what the season was. With context, we had a strong season until obviously the end, right? We were dominating the league for a long time. A bottle job did happen last season. So we won the best teams, second best team in the league last season. We then signed Declan Rice, 100 million plus, Kai Havertz, David Raya. Obviously, Timber was obviously signed as well. Didn't get to play. So we've improved the squad. We were already one of the strongest teams. We were missing a lot. We improved the squad. So yes, now we're in the next season after that. So only our second season in the title race, and we're 6 games left to go. We're only 2 points off the top of the league. So we are at a good position. Arteta has brought us to a good position. There's no point comparing it to Leverkusen Champions. That's a completely different achievement, which is an unbelievable achievement.
Yeah.
Let's not compare that. Let's forget that.
Yeah,
we shouldn't
no,
be comparing
I'm talking
that.
about in terms
we
of the
shouldn't be comparing that
squad
because now you can say,
improvements.
"Oh, Graham Potter, Ostersons, why can't Arteta do that?"
Why don't understand?
No, forget about that. Forget about
why don't get
Champions
that?
League. Squad improvements is great. Arteta, look at the squad he had. Look at the squad he has now.
Do you look at Havertz, okay, who was meant to be the big money signing in the summer? Do you
No,
know?
Declan Rice was the big money signing in the summer.
Of course, but Havertz was a 65 million signing in
Yes.
order to come and bring
And
depth
now,
to the attack and
and
depth
now
to the
with
midfield.
Havertz with 2 points off the top of the league.
Okay,
and the other day
stop right there.
That
That's
midfield
why I want to
performance
stop you.
stunk.
No,
And I'm
that's-
sorry, Arteta put a
He's been a
stinker
striker.
putting him
Oh,
back in midfield.
But that's why I want to
That
stop
was a
you.
stinker.
That's why I
I
want
don't
to
think the thing is Havertz.
This is why I
I
wanna
don't think
stop you,
Havertz
though.
was a stinker. Gabriel Jesus was a stinker.
This is why
Both.
Wait. This is why I want to stop him though, because when I just said right now, because of last season, obviously you bottled
Those
it
are
last
not guys
season,
you can rely on,
and
in
you
my
said
opinion.
because of one time, but you just stated so many things. You said that you got the best defense in the league,
Best
you scored the
goal
most
difference.
goals in the league. You've already lost first. This is the first time you've lost in 2024. Yeah. Obviously, you're saying that your squad has been improved as well. So
They're all
he's making a fair point though. If from last season
Yep.
your team's improved, and let's be really honest, City aren't as strong as last season. You've
should be
improved.
almost locked
You
in.
have all the stats that favor that you are the strongest team
Yes.
in the league this season. So why would you not be able to back your team fully? Why would
You're
you
saying
not,
you
why
still
would you
need
not
more
lock
time
in
and
and say I don't care
experience?
what's going on
But in
right
my
now?
eyes,
I still think my Arsenal going to win the league because of what?
Because this goes back to what you said earlier about the mentality in the bottle thing. And I said it's
Where
cheap.
does that come from? The last season.
Yes, but what I'm saying is
So my point saying that it's
yes,
because of
but
last
the
season.
problem
it's
here
not-
is a misunderstanding because you're not understanding why I'm saying it's cheap. I agree with the fact that last season I think was more on the bottle side. Both this season,
not the cheap part, by the way.
What?
Not the cheap part, because when I said you said when he asked you the question of why can't you lock in?
Yes,
and I said because
I'm
I think
linking
it's
it to.
because
I feel like-
because it's last season.
And I'm linking it to mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Yeah. But now, because I'm going to say mentality, you're going to say, oh, I said that earlier. But I'm saying when you said earlier, you called us bottles last season, you're calling us bottles this season.
Mm-hmm.
You're calling us a bottle because we dropped points in one game this season. City dropped points last season, they still won the league. There's going to be maybe a few more points dropped this season still to go. Yes, we've improved our squad. Yes, we are. I still think we're the best team in the Premier League this season. The reason why we're second in the league right now, the reason why we might just miss out on the league in general, which I still believe we're still in it. It's not done. There's 6 games left, and we're 2 points behind with better goal difference. It's a conversation about mentality. It's a conversation about mentality. 100%.
I
it is.
agree.
Because there's no problems on the pitch. There's no problems with the way we play. There's no problems with the way we defend. And there's not been problems with obviously the amount of goals we score because we've scored the most goals in the Premier League.
I still feel
We-
like
we
in
haven't
the
got a
attack-
standout goal
in the
scorer.
attack,
Yeah,
for me,
we
you're
haven't got a
missing
standout
something.
goal scorer. We haven't got a
Trossard and Havertz as the 2 signings in the past 2 years.
But how have we scored the
turn
most
you-
goals in the Premier League as a
I
team?
get that. That's cool. That's come as a
So-
system,
so the
as a
system is
collective.
good.
I
The
understand.
system is fine.
system works.
So now
but
I'm
I'm
talking
saying the
about-
individuals
I
that should be
understand.
in
The
there.
quality of the individuals.
Trossard and Havertz for me. If I tell you I'm going for the title
I
in the
understand
next
that.
2 years, and the 2 signings I'm going to give you are Trossard and Havertz, the f are we doing here?
So that's to be
Like,
fair. You got to give Arteta props.
well
for
done,
doing well with the
Arteta.
club.
But now you see why the shortfalls are coming. For me, it should be the last 2 seasons. This title was there up for grabs, is what I'm saying. And I feel like you've almost tried to do I'm gonna hard work it and tacticize it my way to the title. When really truly, listen, I agree. Deckers, there was money spent, and I agree the mentality side is definitely things. But I feel like in the attack, there's definitely things missing.
And
Even
I
like Martinelli when he
100%
came
agree.
on, or how he played. I just thought, this is the guy you guys have been telling me is your savior or whatever. Like, this whole season he's been missing, let's be honest. But that attack, I've always just felt like, even though you scored the goals this season, it's missing something.
Yeah, of course. We haven't got a single player in the top 6, 7 goal scorers in the Premier League. Yet we've scored the most goals in the league, which is weird to me. Like, the only thing I can think is we must be the best playing team. And obviously Arteta has done really well to have a system to create the team that scored the most goals, but not a single player in our team is in the top 8 goal scorers in the Premier League this season, which is mad to me. Like we have Chris Wood is up there, you know, probably has more goals than individual goals than any of our players. I agree. Yes, there's no Jesus is one of the players I look at for that. To have 4 goals in 22 Premier League appearances this season isn't acceptable now at all.
And then now it's like business end of the period. He's fit. Are you going to start him in the 9 or Havertz in the 9?
That's what I'm saying. And he started both of them twice now. He started Jesus on the wing last game and Havertz on the 9. This game, he started Havertz in midfield, Jesus taking the 9. Havertz, I still think, had a good game, but I prefer him up front. The reason that Havertz had a good game, I think tactically it worked for this game because of their high line and Havertz running in and behind. And we saw it work more than one time in the first half. The ball didn't go in the back of the net, but we saw the tactic work. That's not Arteta's problem now. It's not his fault with that ball goes in the back of the net. Jesus putting it across the box, Trossard right in front of the keeper, Emi Martinez instantly making that save. That is not Arteta's fault if that doesn't go in or not. The system was right. The lineup for this game specifically was right. We're looking at a game of, you know, it's a thin needle where things could have been different. If we could have gone to halftime at 2-0, it was different. But we didn't, right? That didn't happen. Went to halftime at 0-0 after missing a lot of chances. Now we've got to talk about the mentality to now go into the second half at 0-0. Emery doing a great job, of course, of frustrating Arsenal. Bringing on Leon Bailey was an unbelievable sub as well, bringing that on. And the crumble of Arsenal right at the end of that game. You know, the mistakes that was happening. Zinchenko trying to nutmeg Tielemans from a corner, and Tielemans almost scored. In the first half, was perfect, apart from that one mistake where Jesus Gabriel hit against Zinchenko, and then Watkins hit the post. Second half, it just felt like, oh my God, these players are losing it. Like, what's going on? That's the first time this season, because last season we had the experience of everyone's young. It's our first title race. Yeah. No one expected. We finished 5th the season before. No one expected us to be in title race. We were in Fairyland. I was saying parade and everything, but that's understandable. We weren't meant to be there. This season we had that experience and we boosted our squad with Declan Rice, with Havertz, players that have. Declan Rice might obviously won a Conference League, but he was a leader in that West Ham team. He's going to come with big, or great mentality. You know what I mean? Havertz has won a Champions League. He's already been a prodigy from young, so he's going to come with good experience and some sort of good leadership. Jorginho came with good leadership. He's won a lot of stuff. This season now, our mentality's been good. Up to this point, up until the second half at Aston Villa, has there been many points this season where you've questioned our mentality?
No.
There hasn't been, right?
No. But the mentality question always come in the business end.
But then the second leg of Porto, even though it ended up going to penalties, the second leg of Porto, individual players really impressed me mentality-wise. Odegaard being one of them, right? And the Porto, we got through that. Sometimes you need that where it's a tough European game, and Porto got the tactics right both games. They frustrated us. They did really well. We're not going to be perfect. City get frustrated some games. But it's not been like properly, like we're going to question our mentality, has there?
This is the moment where this question begins.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This question begins now. You look at Liverpool, they just lost the game like an hour, like 30 minutes before kickoff. This is when we should be going ahead and being like, we need to win this game. We're going to go ahead. We're going to keep driving the ship. Why is there still mentality issues now? That is my question. You know, is it a subconscious thing of the pressure of last season? And that's what you're leaning more towards in terms of saying the patterns. I'm thinking it's more physical issues. I think a lot of players are being overplayed. I think in the first half, someone like Odegaard was unbelievable. And second half, being at the game, you could see players obviously different to when you see on TV, because sometimes if the ball's at left back, the camera's not going to catch the person who's playing in the 10 or right wing. I'm seeing it, obviously, the whole pitch. Odegaard second half wasn't pressing the same. Usually Odegaard is one of our most effective pressers off the ball. Odegaard, Havertz, Jesus as well, they impress me when they're pressing. Second half, it's the first time I've seen Odegaard look genuinely shattered. Yeah. And he's played a lot. He's been asked to do a lot. Saka, we're seeing it. Every game he's limping. It's now become a meme. He's not limping for no reason. He's playing with injuries. He's playing with problems. And he's playing a lot of minutes. Over the last 3 years, he's been playing a lot of minutes. We've got Reece Nelson, who signed a $100,000 a week, allegedly contract extension, and he's not getting any minutes. So it's like, now I'm talking about issues of managing the team in terms of playing time. Tactically, system-wise, everything Arteta is perfect at. Yeah. But I think now he's got a little bit of stubbornness, where you're seeing there's times where we're 5-0 up in the Champions League, we're not bringing on the kids. You know, there's stubbornness. That's
And
what I think.
This is where I
Because
wanna
this
take
is
it
where it's
to
going to
as well.
affect us. This is where it's going to affect us. And this is when I'm
Because-
seeing it start to affect us, because when you're fatigued physically, you're going to become mentally fatigued as well. And I think that's what's happening now. I think that's what I'm spotting. And that's what I wanted to say.
And this almost, and that's where I think a little bit comes your point of it's a repeat of last season, because this time last year as well, when that run happened, there was a lot of Saka's tired, the players are getting tired, because it was the same kind of core 11
It's the
that
same
was being
lineup
used.
every
And
game.
that's where
basically.
the experience, as much as players can grow over into the next season or whatever, I feel like managers have to learn their lessons as well. And I think that's a point that I think gets overlooked a lot. There have been so many games this season where I think a lot of Arsenal fans have called for Reece Nelson or a Smith Rowe. Can they get some minutes? Nope. Saka's going to get the 90. Nope. Odegaard's going to get the 90. And this is why Man City have that beauty of, you don't know if Foden's going to start on the right, left, or in the middle.
Or on the bench.
Bernardo
Or
might
even
be on the bench
yeah.
this week. KDB, we might not even play you versus Madrid. How about that? Like, they've got that kind of
Apart
trust
from
and quality.
Rodri,
And that's-
anyone can get replaced for City.
And that's what I
Haaland
feel
as
like.
well,
And
yeah.
that's where I feel like I was asking you in terms of, do you feel like Arteta has done enough almost in the market a little bit? Because some of those key players, like Saka, we've been talking about a Saka replacement for how long? And I'm like, okay, now you've had the chance of Havertz in the line. Why can't Jesus play right wing?
Yeah.
Why can't that happen? Even if it's just for, okay, in the Premier League or whatever, or give Saka a rest, it just doesn't seem to happen. And I feel like if the situation does happen again, where now we're questioning Arsenal's mentality, we're questioning the overuse of the players, it's just, as you said, it's the same thing as last year. And we're almost going through that cycle again of, oh, we just need time and experience type of thing. And it's like, but you've had the experience of last year and you haven't really learned anything from that.
We have. That's my problem is.
And the thing is,
We have learned from that clearly because we are a different side completely.
But you're talking
We're-
about
we're-
what you're saying.
on-
is
no,
no,
different.
what I mean is you haven't learned from it.
different
You
in
haven't
terms
learned
of
from it
you've
if you
improved
don't-
as a team on the pitch. But we're talking about the
there's-
other,
mind you,
the
I'm-
other
yeah.
factors. We're talking about the other. You haven't really. He's trying to say that the other factors outside
This
of
is
what you're
if you
doing
don't
on the
win
pitch.
the title as well, you haven't learned from it.
That
If
you
don't
haven't
win the
learned from
title.
it. How to
That's my
handle,
scenario,
how
is
to
what I'm saying.
handle that sort of pressure, how to manage your place. He's saying
So
that
if we don't win,
you
like,
have-
if we lose the title by 1 or 2 points,
Yeah.
suddenly have learned from it.
but of course,
Well, no, there's a-
of course,
there's a
you haven't
lesson
though.
there
So
that
the
you
only
missed.
way we could have learned from it is if you win it and that's it.
No.
The title there
That's
this
not- that's
season
not-
was up for grabs, in my
Whoever
opinion.
wins the league deserves to win the league this season. Because there's the
Absolutely.
3 top teams and it's this tight.
100%.
Whoever wins the league will deserve to win it. If City win it, it's because they deserve this, not
Yeah.
because Arsenal bottled it. This season,
Yeah.
I don't think any team is really
But I
bottled
feel
it.
like there has to be accountability.
100%,
there at
but it's
Arsenal.
not-
Who is going to be held accountable at the
Yeah.
end of the season if Arsenal do not win this title?
If we don't win the title by 1 or 2 points like it is now, it's not a failure. It's not a failure.
Yeah.
Because it's a 3-horse race. Just because, unfortunately, it wasn't us to do it this time, it was Liverpool or it was City, doesn't mean we were still a great season, but we missed out on the end to a team that deserved it more. It's not someone has to be at fault. It's going to be
No,
things
it's
we're going to
not at
address.
fault.
No, it's going to be things we're going to address. Why didn't it happen? Was there specific moments we could bring it down to? But it's not going to be.
But that's what he's
the
saying.
other 2
He's
teams.
saying
One
it,
team
though.
won and the
That's
other
what
2
he's
teams
saying,
bottled.
though.
It's not going to be that.
No, but I think you're missing his point. I think
go on.
in the sense of he's trying to say if you're not successful this season and you're
Nah, but he's
asking-
saying success is only to win the league. If we lose the league by 1 point, it's just I don't think it's
that's
good.
not a success, bro.
No, I'm not, it's not the ultimate success.
Yeah.
The ultimate success is to win the league.
Yeah.
But I'm saying at the same time, like it's not a success. I don't think it's a failure to lose the league on 1 or 2 points.
You know what?
When there's 3 teams.
But I think
It's a round of applause to the players. You
it's
got to
not a
credit your
success.
players, bro.
No, I'm saying it's not a success.
I don't
I
think
agree
it's
with
a-
you.
it's a failure,
But I'm
though.
saying
How
it's
is it-
not
how is it a failure?
Because
It's
the
a
3-horse
failure.
race is
It's 100%.
No, it's not a
failure.
failure.
so
That's
out
not
of the
a
3
failure.
teams, say City don't win the league.
Yeah.
Say Arsenal do it. We do it, yeah?
Yeah.
City and Liverpool both failed.
Yeah.
You're saying that, right?
Yeah.
Of course, they failed to win the league,
Yeah.
but it's not a failure season. It's a 3-horse
No,
race.
no,
Only
no,
one
no,
of us can
we're
win it.
not
We can't
saying-
share
we're not
it.
saying
It's a great
failure.
feat. It's a great
So
season.
let's say,
we're not saying
let's
that,
say
though.
at this point of the season, the target was to win the Premier League at 30.
For all 3 of us, it is,
Yes, for all 3. But in Arsenal's case, you at one point were leading.
yeah. And
before
they
this
were
week.
1 point leading, and now City are now 1
Voila.
point leading. So
And
everyone's
everyone's
leading.
had their turn, right? And if you don't win the title at the end of the season, everybody has to sit down and take stock.
100%.
And say, what were the reasons? That's what I'm saying.
did they.
What are going to be the questions what Arsenal are going to ask themselves? Is it going to be
Yeah.
we maybe didn't sign enough in attack? Is it maybe we overused some of our key players and we didn't rotate the squad
That's
enough?
how you improve.
Is it going to be mentality? Or is it just going to be we wait? You know,
No.
eventually
My
the experience
the
will
point
come.
I'm trying to make is, yeah, and I know you're going to try to say it's only 6 games. We still got a long way to go, but I know the script too well. What I'm trying to say is that it will come down to mentality. It will
sure.
come down to overuse of players, and you could potentially ask questions in the market. These are the same 3 reasons they mentioned last season. So it goes back to the point you're trying to make of what did you learn from last season? Nothing. in that aspect, is it a failure? Of course it is, because you didn't learn from the mistakes from last season. You've gone into this season. You had a better opportunity this season to win it. I feel like you were the strongest team.
I don't think it's fair to. I just don't think it's fair to say we've learned nothing from last season.
I think you haven't though. If it's the same, let me tell you. We'll agree to disagree. But why I'm saying that? Why I'm saying that? Like, like,
because you wouldn't have said this point if we beat Villa 1-0. You're only saying this because we lost.
Because you're showing me the same symptoms you showed me last season.
But you're only saying this. Your opinions changed because they scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. That's it. If magically it was 0-0 at 83rd minute, but haven't scored the winner 1-0, you're not going to suddenly say you didn't learn from last season.
100%. Because then that's signs. Because you're showing me signs that you have learned from last season. But
because
unfortunately,
of one game that we lost 124.
100%.
So that's been perfect the whole season. We have to do another invincible season.
No, it's not perfect, but you have to in these moments.
So when we beat Brentford and scored a late winner, you weren't saying, "Oh, you guys learned."
Sharky.
When we beat Luton and scored last minute, "Oh, you guys learned."
No,
but then when we lose one game in the last minute, last 10 minutes, now suddenly we haven't learned. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think it's fair what you're saying.
No, but
I
Sharky,
agree.
if it was a snatch and grab from Villa where you was dominating the entire game and it looked like on paper, like watching the game, like Arsenal gonna find a winner somehow. It's coming. That's
what it was in the first game.
Then that's fine. That was fine. But what I'm saying is, you are at home. Yeah,
correct.
Last 15 minutes to go, you look like you weren't going to win the game.
This was the first game you felt like it got away from them.
It got away from them. And not only I see mentally, you can also see it's getting away from them. You got Declan Rice post match saying that, we realised we weren't going to win the game, so we tried to go for a draw. That is on. He said that, and it's quoted, it's documented, him saying that. That, to me, is a mentality issue.
Okay, so what happens now? This is hypothetical.
Yeah.
What happens now if we use this? Doesn't matter what happens against Bayern Munich. We go through, we go out, whatever, forget that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, what happens now if we use this and in the league now, we win our last 6 games?
And you win the league.
And I'll give you 2 scenarios. Win our last 6 games, but City, they win the last 6 games.
Then you have to come back to this game.
Okay, come back to this game, but then why don't we come back to lose the Villa away? Why don't we come back to lose the Fulham
away?
Why
Because
don't
the
we come back to
circumstances in this...
to West Ham?
I'll tell you that.
But what I'm saying, what happens if... Because in our mentality, we've proven that our actual mentality has actually been good because we had a...
Yeah, I think there have been improvements.
We had a falter against Villa. We lost this 2... Obviously, it was a bad one. We had a falter against Villa. Yeah, then we had 6 games left after that, including United away, Spurs away, Brighton, Wolves, Chelsea at home. And we've been straight 6 wins. We just missed out on the league. Of course, we're going to look at this game. We're also going to look at all the other games we've lost. But you can't say our mentality hasn't been good if we win all 6 games. That's left to go, whether we win the league or not. Let
me tell you why it will still stay. That statement will still stand. Is because had your mentality had changed and you did improve from last season, this fumble, because this game here you lost it purely, in my opinion, because of the mental fragileness in the team in the last 15 minutes. That's my opinion. People might say, "Oh, maybe it was because they didn't finish their chance in the first half." You could also shout that, but for me, watching the game and seeing how the guys were playing, I can see if you're trying to go for a win or you're trying to just settle for whatever it is that you got.
I agree.
They look like they were trying to settle because they realized, we ain't got it in us to win this game. That to me is a mental issue, and that can now cost you the league. So then it goes back to the whole thing I'm trying to say is, what did you? And he's trying to say as well, what did you learn from last season? What did you learn from last season? Because in order to beat City, you have to be at it every single game, which they are.
They are now, yeah, for sure.
The reason why I feel like this will be more painful for you guys, because I genuinely believe playing, and I'm not even trying to troll or nothing. I genuinely believe Arsenal have been the best playing team in the league this season. I genuinely believe that. I think that they've been the strongest team on paper. They've been playing the best football. All the stats prove it. You see the goal scoring stats. You see the goal difference. You see the defense, how much goals they can. You are the best playing football team. So on the pitch, it's clear by far you're the best. So there's other factors that contribute to the fact that why you're not going to win the league. So for me, if you don't win the league now and it's purely because of this result, it's definitely down to a mental issue, because that's why for me you lost that game.
But okay, and this is only because I'm still holding the grudge from the episode we had before last time. Everything you said there, Arsenal are the best playing team in the league. Arsenal are the best.
And I said that last episode as well.
But you also didn't put us in top 5 teams in Europe.
Because, okay,
you asked who are the best top 5 teams in Europe.
But you just said we're the best team in the league.
And he's in every metric.
But you're playing the best football in the league.
But we're not in the top 5 in Europe.
You're not in top 5 Europe, brother. You need to let that one go. You are not top
That
5.
doesn't make sense.
What top 5 are you smoking, Sharky?
I like his hatred, you know.
What top 5 are you smoking,
Okay, well,
Sharky?
listen, we can talk about this forever. We can talk about this
We can go
forever.
around now. I think we should give Villa some credit as
Yeah,
well.
let's
Yeah,
give Villa a
give
little
Villa
bit
credit
of
as well.
Like,
We actually
think
genuinely have to.
I feel like with their performance, I think you have to give them credit. It's almost like they smelt blood in the second half as well. I think Unai obviously gave them their tactical talk in the second half, but the way they came out and reacted as well, and you got to take into account Odegaard, the way he was playing in the first half. He got shut down in the second half, bro. They don't have Boubacar Kamara and
No Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, and Douglas
That's the
Luiz was
biggest
suspended
talking
as well.
point.
So they're playing with Tielemans and McGinn, who's been playing as a winger all season.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were able to almost not with their full lineup, I think Diego Carlos as well. By the way, every time he's come up against you, man of the match. That brother, my type of centre back. I can't lie to you. No frills, you know them ones. But Emi Martinez as well pulled off a couple of big
Crazy
saves as
save.
well.
Played,
I
yeah.
think
Crazy save. That one with his
he,
foot.
he almost plays with hatred, and I will say Trossard, I think definitely poor finish there. Almost hit it back towards
It was
where
one
the
of them
keeper
ones
was
where
coming
I'm
from.
saying the ball came across the box with so much power. So
Yeah,
one of them ones
yeah,
where it's
yeah,
like
it's true.
it's hard to
That's true
direct
as
it.
well.
It is,
It's hard
it
to
is,
direct
it
It's just
is.
an instinct save
Yeah,
from anyone.
yeah. He
I'm
just
not
threw
gonna
himself at
fault Trossard too much for that, bro. The ball came across the box
I agree
hard.
as well. I agree.
Yeah.
You almost feel like though he's been sat at a back post poaching those types of finishes.
Yeah.
All season,
On,
yeah.
another
Yeah,
day,
it's
on
like-
another day, he's scoring. That.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
On another
like,
day, that's going in the back of his
occasion,
net.
innit?
Yeah.
But I think is it Rodgers as well?
Morgan Rodgers.
Morgan Rodgers. Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah,
I don't know where
serious.
he's spawned from over the past
He
couple
played
of
for Man
weeks.
City, you know.
Is it?
I don't know where he's spawned from,
was
but the
killing
past
in
couple of weeks I've been
Championship,
seeing him in the Villa team, and I was like, yo, he looks decent, bro. I thought he was Brazilian. And then I found out he's English. I was like, oh, Marcus Rogers? I said, yeah, man. Morgan Rogers, that's it, yeah.
I agree.
You know the Brazilians with English names, like,
David Washington from Chelsea.
David Washington. That's it.
bro, I said,
David
oh, he's one of them.
Washington. Yeah,
He's
David
one of them, nah.
But yeah, no, big up.
Yarby Bailey as
Big
well,
up
adding
to-
their quality as well. But
John McGinn always impressive for me. John McGinn always such a good player. But yeah, big up to Unai Emery.
they needed that reaction as
Did the
well.
double over Arsenal as well, and for them that's a huge result for them in the top 4 race. And they're already 2-1 up against Lille as well in the Conference League. They got a second leg coming up. They had 2 days less rest than us as well. We played on Tuesday, they played on
that's another thing
Thursday.
that's not taken into
Yeah,
account.
that needs to be taken into account as well. So they had less rest than us, and they also have the second leg coming up as well. So to go away to Arsenal, who are the toughest team to beat this season, probably to
not concede.
to keep a clean sheet to
Both games.
Yeah, both games actually. Yeah, to get 6 points out of them.
It's crazy, bro.
And while they're competing on 2 fronts as well. Listen, very impressive, Aston Villa.
And I think a lot of people were saying like Unai's second season and stuff like that, and will he be able to kind of maintain it? I think the fact that they're in Europe has shocked me a lot, that they've been able to kind of maintain the standard. And I think
He's a specialist,
the
isn't
past
he?
month or two they had like a little bit of a rough patch, and that's where we kind of caught up and.
And
Bro,
they got enough depth. It's crazy. They actually got the depth.
I
as well.
said that at the start of the
They
season
got
when
the
they
depth.
signed Tielemans,
Yeah.
bro, because I was thinking, where the hell is Tielemans going to play? They've already got McGinn, they've already got Kamara,
Yeah.
they've already got Douglas Luiz, Ramsey as well. Let's not forget Buendia's still out crocked wherever he
Yeah.
is. It's like, bro, they've got actual
Bro,
like strength
bro,
and depth.
they've
It's like
got depth.
Tyrone Mings has been gone where
Yeah.
Ezra
They
Konsa's
can
been
play-
moved to
Remember,
right back.
They could
They've
play a
got
whole
Pau
back four different.
Torres,
Yeah.
yeah.
We went through it.
Matty Cash is on the
Bro,
bench.
bro,
Matty
yeah.
Cash.
They got Luca Digne and Alex Moreno,
Yeah,
like
bro,
two.
it's-
And then Matty Cash and
Matty
Ezra
Cash.
Konsa, and then they got they played Pau Torres and Doug Carlos in centre back. But there's Tyrone Mings, there's Konsa that can play in there. There's this
one thing you have to
boy
give
Callum
Villa is
Chambers.
since they sold Grealish, they've recruited
and Langley.
very
And
smartly
Yeah.
in depth terms.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they've been able to compete on all fronts. But
Yeah.
I
I
remember
think you
went
still have
through
to give Unai massive credit because
100%.
it's one thing having the depth, but he's using it.
Yeah.
But he's so smart. He did
What
this
a
game
manager.
perfect. You know, he only used 2 subs as well.
It wouldn't surprise me, bro.
We used all 5. He
It
only
wouldn't
used 2
surprise me.
subs, and he used them at the right to put on Bailey an hour in,
Yeah.
who changed, well, obviously, which gave us a whole different headache, and then Moreno 10 minutes to go in the game
with
We'll just-
Ferdinand, yeah.
to bring him on as well.
Oh no, he went.
No, he
left
didn't come
wing,
off with
wasn't
it. He went left
He
foot
went
for
left wing,
Zaniolo.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because
He-
Zaniolo got
He
injured.
went left foot
He
now.
was, he
to
was
play
low-key
2.
cooking as well. No, that's your
My
boy.
He was cooking like a real Italian chef.
Second
He
half,
was
no, he
cooking.
turned it on as well.
Yeah, he was cooking.
But
still.
yeah, that was very, very, very impressive from Aston Villa. But we've been on this for a while, so let's quickly go over to Anfield because you guys deserve to be spoken about. You haven't spoken in the first hour, and I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans that watch this show. What does this mean for you guys? I mean, you guys have had a torrid time since United. I think United might have derailed your season
I said
because
that.
you guys just got a late equaliser against United, but you were here for the watch along. You haven't won since. Obviously, you drew to United 2-2, and then in midweek, Atalanta came to Anfield and left with a 3-0 first leg win.
Could have been more.
And then, exactly, could have been more. And then Crystal Palace came here as well, and you lost 1-0, keeping a clean sheet. Anfield, obviously, you guys don't lose there usually. So, what the hell happened? Eberechi Eze scoring the only goal that game.
Throughout the whole time of being, my love for Liverpool. Do you get? Like, I never ever say anything negative. Always try remain positive and stuff like that. But like again, as I said before earlier to you guys.
Thanks for this, by the way, Liban. This is
you're welcome, man. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome.
I need mine.
Tears, by the way.
My mouth is dry.
Yeah, like again, we've been here. What? I've been here for like 6-7 years, bro. In this type of position where we're not just chasing league, but like for example, when was it? Last season when we were here. When I said we'll get top 4, but Man United were like clear by like 9 points, 7 points, 8 points, or whatever it was. But I was still being positive about it. No, we'll still trust me. They'll drop points. We'll get them. But like this is like the first time for like the last 7 years that I've accepted even if City can be a point in front of us at this point of the season, it's their title, man. Do you get?
But that's defeatist mentality.
No,
to be fair though, I understand why defeatist mentality for them is. They've been beat down.
I've realised
they lost the league on the last day twice.
Yeah.
There was another season where they lost one game all season, 97 points and lost the league.
Yeah.
So like,
bro, that pain must be.
It's the hope that
crazy.
kills you. Like with you, how you've discussed Arsenal now. Stay calm. Like we scored the most goals. We got
I'm
the
just
most
saying.
big-
I'm just saying.
And I hear it, and that's why I
can
can't.
see City drawing another game.
I can't.
They got tough games.
I know. And as I said about the out of the 9 last Premier League away games, 1 clean sheet. I say all of these things, and you look into it, and you be like, oh, but then you realize when it comes to this time of the season.
So, but let's talk about.
And we only
forget
got
about City for
ourselves.
now.
We only got ourselves to blame.
You guys lost.
Yeah, like I feel like, especially that last couple games. So I'm going to talk in Palace.
And
Palace.
Atalanta, yeah,
I don't understand the pressure of a footballer.
of course.
Personally, I don't. I wish that a footballer can come here, like from whether from
we'll make it
Arsenal
happen. Yeah, make it happen.
or that's been in this, or Liverpool, or that's been in this type of predicament where you're fighting for the title.
I was speaking as well before the
I
Arsenal
wanna
game
know
to Colo
how-
Toure. And I asked him, I said, because before the Villa game, so I expect us to win. I said, obviously it's different now because it's a 3-horse race, but when he was playing for Arsenal, it was always, you beat United, and you can finish above United, you win the league. So when he was playing, it was United was biggest rivals. And I said, what was it like, for example, if United played before Arsenal, the day before Arsenal, or how would that change the mentality? That's what he's saying, the pressure-wise. Yeah. He was saying, bro, if it was like close in the league and United played before Arsenal and United won, he couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
You can't sleep. You're saying you're looking at results.
You see,
You can't sleep.
so from my understanding,
City
it's
doc with Foden sitting there watching.
They sat there in the changing room
players
before
act
a
like
game.
they don't watch it.
Before
Bro,
the game, the changing room, they have the
literally.
Southampton game on last season against Arsenal.
Yeah.
But so it's like this.
so it's the same
different
thing as
pressure.
fans.
Yeah.
Like we have that pressure as well. Like with Man United, whether you're let's say Liverpool and Arsenal, if you find out Liverpool lost on Saturday, you're excited for Sunday and you're hoping
Yeah, but you're also nervous.
for you're 110%. But you will give 100% as a fan supporting that club.
Yeah,
you give
The
your
fans are 100%.
Yeah,
like
you
supported,
always
but the
give. Like,
players
we
might
give
be.
we give 100% as fans. Me personally, I always give 100% to my side. So I expect that back from players like, for example, Mo Salah. Like you're the man. Like we look at you thinking you're one of the reasons why this club is where it's at.
Yeah, he's the king.
Like we call you king most, like most running that the Egyptian. Like look at all these things. Give 100. Like leave nothing.
Do you not feel like he's giving it?
I don't feel like not last couple games. No way. Like I want to feel. You know what I mean? Like we the way how other fans feel like Mbappe. Boom.
It's funny you
Real
said-
Madrid with Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Bro, we got Mo Salah,
Yeah, but
fam.
Salah's been doing that for years.
Yeah, he's been doing that, but now
What, disappearing in the business end?
No, not in life. In life, you talk about in life. Like
No, for
previously.
Liverpool.
Previously, yeah, he has. Previously, he has.
produced many big moments from him. Many
110%, and I'm not denying
We're
that.
not going to
fam.
criticize Mohamed Salah's career for Liverpool now.
I'm-
We're
No,
not gonna do that.
no,
Okay,
we're not.
go
We're
on.
not.
No, I'm not. Are you crazy?
No, I'm just saying. I'm
Oh,
saying you're
I think
saying
he's
be like Jude
incredible.
Bellingham.
No.
You're saying be like Jude Bellingham and Mbappe. He's been like that for
Yeah,
7
he
months.
has, he has. But I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about what's gone.
Yeah, we have to
like,
bear in mind.
For example,
like,
we
he's
spoke
been in the
about.
Premier League for 8 years. He's
that's-
33 now.
Yeah.
No,
It's
he's only
like
31, bro. Chill.
is it 34?
Yeah, it's 31.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fam,
so
he's not
his
done out
age
here.
of about
No, he's not done out here.
Double check that one though.
Like,
Is he actually 31? Oh, fair.
you have to
whatever whatever happens.
But he's been in it for a while
I know,
now,
but
bro,
I'm
like-
talking about now.
Yeah.
Right now, what are we doing?
This one you
What
need
are
to
we
win the
doing?
league. Yeah,
What are we
yeah,
doing?
yeah,
We're
yeah.
fighting for the Premier League.
Yeah,
bro.
nah, I hear you. I hear
One
where you're
game,
coming
that
from.
win, where would it have been? Right now, on this table, I would have been top of the league, bro. Like, so you need to look at it like that. Like, it's not. We're not. It wasn't done during them times. Like, I'm looking at. Okay, we're losing 1-0. Who?
Yeah, the
out
whole
of
game
all
to
them,
come back as well.
Who is gonna turn it round here? And I was confident. I said it's impossible. We're not gonna lose.
You
this
guys,
game
you guys
1-0.
have come back the most.
We're
in the
gonna
Premier
come
League.
back.
They conceded in the
Like,
14th minute.
I
That was
always
fine.
say to myself, Liverpool will go 1-0 down, and it's not a problem. But that one, I was
I
thinking,
mean,
okay,
but it's the famous word we always come back to. Is that sustainable? Can you keep coming back
But
every
'cause-
single
'cause
time
it's been
from a goal
happening,
down?
And they
because
did
it's been
all season,
happening
7 times,
for this
8
whole
times.
season.
And
Because
that's, and that's what we say. But the whole season is 38 games.
yeah, because it's
remember
been
that as well.
happening. Because it's been happening in the Stats Sky Sports show and stuff like that. In your mind, you genuinely believe, you know what?
It
We
is.
can win the league like this.
Yeah.
But next season, when we get a new manager, we need to sort that issue out because I don't want to live life on the edge and be a football fan living life on the edge and having to win the league like that.
Yeah.
I get it; it's amazing, but I'm not built for life on the edge stuff, bro. I want it. Boom. Give me that win. That's it. I don't want to do no 97th minute winner. It feels
too much,
nice.
it's too
It
much.
feels
Nah, but
nice.
it's
But
too much.
during that game,
Yeah,
it's the worst thing ever. You've all experienced
Yeah,
it.
it's
Do you
too
know
much.
what I mean?
It's too much. Fergie time, it's a lot though.
It's a
It
lot.
feels nice, but it puts you through
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for
There was
me,
one
it's just
season that I just knew every time we went down, I was like, yeah, we're winning this.
Yeah, but that's
the
them.
The Van Persie season.
Yeah, but that's been them the season.
That's been
Yeah.
them
That's
this
why
season.
that's why
It has, bro.
with
Yeah.
injuries, with the weak
Yeah.
weak
And that-
squad, that's why they're competing for the
and
league.
we're still
That's true.
competing for the thing. That's why, regardless of what happens, I personally believe. I'm being honest now. Like I always scream, we're gonna win the league. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get top 4.
Yeah.
Like I'm that type of fan. Do you know what I mean? Because I love my club. But right now, if we're gonna have an honest conversation, I genuinely believe we're not. I think it's gonna be. If we do,
It's the first time.
What
you've
is-
said
I'm-
it.
okay, let me
No, no,
ask-
exactly,
let me- okay,
exactly,
let me
but
ask
I'm
you
just
then,
being
yeah,
honest
Let me
now.
ask you then, yeah, what has taken that notch down? Because it
I've
can't
one
just
week,
it
one
can't-
week.
it can't just be the 1-0
can,
at Palace.
it can.
All of a sudden,
No,
it's
it
knocked
can.
down.
Week.
What
Of
has
course
this-
it can.
All of a sudden now, you're telling me basically you went from believing that you could win the title to
Yeah,
not believing.
yeah, because
What is
right
that?
now,
What is
because
that
of-
factor in change? What did
Again-
you see in that Palace game that made you see that?
us not taking our chances.
But you've been like that all season.
love
No,
that.
no. But this,
No, because I'm herding him. This is what they call sheep.
we have
managers.
been like that
I'm
all
herding
season.
him right here.
We have been like that all season.
You've had
But
many
it's-
games where you're not taking
Exactly.
That
But
front
it's
line,
exactly
talk to
like
me.
what in my head, like you, when you thinking Arsenal going to win a league, in my head, I'm thinking, no, we can do this this is our style of play. We probably can do it for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But obviously we can't. And I proved it.
So would you
And-
say it's
and
not
it started
sustainable?
From, it started what that.
Because you said you thought you could do it all season, but you can't. So what that means is
it's
it's
not
not
sustainable.
unsustainable.
It's not
He said-
sustainable.
he
Of
said
course
there's
it's
no
not. I'm being honest.
But we've been saying that you were saying
It's not. Yeah, but I didn't want to hit. I'm cloud 9, fam. I'm in my.
We got him finally. We're
I'm
back.
in
But
cloud
you know
9.
what, but chill. Take
Here's
everything
the
he
thing.
says with a pinch of
No,
salt.
I'm saying it's back
Because
on
what
the
happens
thing.
if 2 weeks from now they go back on the top of the league?
I know.
None, you don't think you're hearing now.
One-
It's like it didn't happen. He's a
100
psychopath. bro. Don't listen to anything he
110%.
says.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say it
yeah,
live.
let's
Oh.
see.
But if we do win the league, it's a fuck you pricks. You try and make me twist my words. Unsustainable. You're also unsustainable. This might. I'll smash it. It's unsustainable. That's how I'll
You
move.
see, he's
I'm gonna be
sick
real.
He's a sick
This is me. This is me. I'll shake. This is my way of doing it.
I want to talk a little bit on that front line though.
Yeah.
Our front three.
Yeah,
Liverpool's.
your front three because you said that's where you feel like it's almost you know the cracks
Undertaker
have
song.
been.
The Undertaker
And I
song.
want to talk about Mo Salah. You touched on briefly as well, and I think in previous seasons as well, when the title has been on the line, I've always felt like it's Mane who really turns. Salah puts down a lot of numbers, but whenever he's always kind of come back from AFCON, come back from that little injury layoff in that kind of final run of the season, you go look. You will have transfer market at home or whatever you like. Go look it up. It's not looking good, bruv. I
me-
want to ask you in particular,
You may.
Mr. Nunu. And we were having this conversation when I was hosting, and I was like, hey, I saw you on the ledge. Are you prepared to walk back off it? And you said, no, not yet. Let the season finish. Let me ask you, do you still feel like Liverpool can win a league title with that brother leading your line? And I want to talk about the other Lucha Libre on the left as well, but we'll get to him in a second. Cool. Bro, the Latino heat of Liverpool, I'm on them, bro. I'm telling you. But Darwin Núñez talked to me because
Salas
I feel like
Carlito.
over the past...
That's it.
The afro.
I spit in the face.
People who don't want to be cool. Go on.
No, but Mr. Nunu. how much stocks do you have left over there, especially in the past week? I'm talking about as well, where it feels like you really needed him to kind of step up, get the goals, and it's just the same big chances being missed, chances being floundered. But where do you stand? Because I know you were dying on this.
I'm going to be real. I love the guy. I love Nunez. Like everything Liban tweeted recently about Højlund, right? Mm-hmm. And everything he tweeted, I said, Alhamdulillah, this is everything he said about Højlund is complete opposite to Darwin Nunez.
What did he say?
Yeah? He knows about his hold up play, runs and stuff like that. But yeah, get me. I don't want like he knows what you said.
Yeah, no, but
how much can chaos factor get you through?
It wasn't not just chaos though. It's like his link up play, everything's great. It's just for me
This
personally.
season there has been
But
improvements,
for me personally, it's the finishing. Like obviously, I hear the finishing in training is amazing. He's the best finisher in the club and stuff like that. But like as fans, we're not witnessing that. We want to see that on the football field. Do you know what I mean? And that's the difference of winning the league and not winning the league. Do you get? Like you need a striker that's going to banging, like how Salah was doing it previously for us. But if it wasn't what was sick? If it wasn't Salah, it was Mane. If it wasn't Mane, it was Firmino. But right now, that's what's letting us down. Like for example, the Palace game, I can't just blame Nunez for not his finishing. We had it all over the gaff, bro. We had Jota, the same thing. Yeah. We had Salah, same thing. We had Curtis Jones, same thing. Like we could have easily won that game 5-1, 6-1, easily. Do you know what I mean? So it's a factor of just not being clinical enough throughout the whole season, not just the Palace game.
No, I agree.
Yeah, not just the Palace game. Obviously, the Palace game, it's because we're coming near towards the end of the season, you're going to quickly highlight that game. Do you know what I mean? Especially, it was at Anfield and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just... we wasn't clinical enough. If you're not clinical, you don't in the Premier League. So personally, I just
feel like with those two in particular, where they were kind of meant to be the evolution of Mane and Firmino, I just don't think they've really taken that mantle. And I think this season, especially those two, a lot was going to be demanded of them. Luis Diaz, this was going to be you have to arrive this season. You have to, even if it's not Mane type numbers, you have to give us some kind of something on sheet. And too many times I feel like there's a lot of dribbling. There's a lot of nice touches and flicks going on. But I'm not seeing enough GA, if you like, or end product, if you like. Yeah. And I feel like Darwin Nunez as well. As you say, I think this season there have been a lot of all-round game. There's been improvements. I was even saying to you, like, yo, he's on this nice little patch since January. If he now keeps this till the end of the season, I got to take him back out of court or whatever it was. But now, this is now that point where we were saying, business end, final 10 games, key moments in... Europa's meant to be a trophy that you lot cakewalk to. You're getting battered 3-0 midweek, and your front line has got no response whatsoever. And especially the money that's been put down on these guys and the faith Liverpool fans have given these guys. There's only so much you can kind of vibe of chaos and things like that. And I feel like it's games like that against Crystal Palace. I'm sorry. You guys, that should be bread and butter.
100.
And when I look at a front line of Salah, Nunez and Diaz, you should have enough firepower there to just get the game done. I'm sorry. And even for the goal you look conceded, I thought that was a poor goal as well.
It's not the first time. For me,
it was like,
we've experienced that. We've experienced that all the time.
No, we've conceded.
Danny Welbeck with Brighton. Like this is all the same. This is the same type of goals. For me, I always see...
But that front line, I always feel like has been your get-out-of-jail card every season, if that makes sense. The wing-backs bombing on, of course. I thought Robertson had a wicked first half as well. But that front line, I feel like it's not been the get-out-of-jail card that you've always been able to rely on. And I look at Salah, leave him to the side. But I look at those two and I'm like, I don't know if I can look at just look at since January what Darwin's done and say, I can look over everything.
And that's why...
I still don't think they've delivered enough.
You're right. I agree with you. And that's why right now, this point of 6 games left, the only thing that we can rely on is hope. Personally, I believe. Obviously, but as I said earlier, hope is the ones that kills. It kills. Do you get? But right now, we just have to go back again, rely on hope for City to drop points. No, it's facts though.
What it is,
like we're at that stage
hope
before
hype, man.
we was top, and I was screaming, we don't need to watch anyone, just rely on ourselves. You said to me, remember? I said, we're gonna go and beat in 7 games. 8 games.
You said that.
Yeah, and I said, but I don't need to rely on you in Aston Villa. I don't need
as
to
long
rely.
as you do your own job,
I don't need to rely on Man City and Luton. But right now, we got to rely on other, especially your club. I'm gonna love you lot. Do you get me? You lot. No.
Everyone's got their Spurs.
I will get a Spurs top. Like that's what we're doing right now. So, but if Darwin next 6 games shoots off, boom, 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 we win the league. I'm gonna be real. I'm forgetting about everything.
On your point about Darwin Núñez and how
there's only so much Liverpool fans can take before, again, eventually they will turn it. I feel like they turned on this week. This weekend was the first time all season, probably I'd say the last 18 months, maybe even, I've had Liverpool fans asking me to cook him. All season they were cooking me for cooking him. This is the first week I haven't had Liverpool fans at me say, yeah, you could cook him.
Because I feel like you can overlook the first season.
It's crazy.
You can overlook almost even the next 6 months if you like. Once January, that almost like he started to connect the dots, as I was saying. Yeah. Once that run begins, don't let the goal stop when we need you.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's where a lot of the frustration has come in. It's like, all right, cool, you were killing it in January and February. But this is where we really need the goals, bro. This is where if Salah isn't going to get us the goals, we need you to step up. And Luis Diaz the same. I think Luis Diaz definitely gets away with a lot more because he's
out
technically
wide
more aesthetically pleasing.
And he's out wide.
For me,
I just think those two have been able to. What I'm even asking you as a Liverpool fan, next season, for example, would you be comfortable if... We don't know what Salah's future is going to be, but would you be comfortable with looking at those two and saying, I'm happy to build the front line around those two?
With
Luis Diaz.
be honest. For me, let me be honest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, especially with Salah. Yeah, I feel like his head is not in it anymore. In terms of, I don't know. I feel like he's playing as if he knows. You get me? He's gonna go elsewhere. But if he does, I'm not gonna slander him. I'm not gonna be angry because what he gave for my club is every person as a football fan's dream that they had a player like Salah doing that for their club. Do you get? So I feel like, you know what? Same as Firmino, same as Mane, you done your thing, bro. Like they statue status outside Anfield for you. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be upset. Is there gonna be Darwin Núñez? I still have hope that he can turn it around. Honestly, next season, I think he's cold, bro. Honestly, he might. I get it. He's not finishing well, but what I see in him. Brother, this guy's cold, fam.
He's about to finish his second season.
That's what I'm saying to you. I'm not having it.
I think he's cold.
Like, if he
bro.
doesn't,
like,
really
what do you want us to do? Get rid of him?
No, but I'm saying.
What do you want us to do? Get rid of him?
I criticise
like,
Hoyland this weekend. Yeah,
he's not the reason.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you, because you referred to it as well. What you're right in terms of what we praise Darwin Núñez for is what I'm criticising Hoyland for not doing. But at the same time, I could comfortably sit here and say that Hoyland is a better finisher than Darwin Núñez. That is comfortability, and it shouldn't be that conversation.
Show me. Like you lot can say.
No, the thing is, I understand almost like the blind faith you have with Liverpool players. And that's why I'm asking. It's like with Diaz and Núñez next season, for example. You know, Klopp's not going to be there. Are you comfortable in seeing the next version of Liverpool built with those two in your front line as like the core pieces, if you like? Do you trust them? Is what I'm saying.
I mean, it depends who the manager is for me first and foremost. Do you get me? Like,
but them as players, forget the gaffer. Them as players, do you think they will be guys who lead that line?
That's a very good question. I hope so. Do I believe they will? I believe Núñez will. Diaz, I mean, because he wasn't consistent from the beginning of the season till now. For me, it's like during January where he, you know what I mean? Where now, I mean, I love Diaz. Even what he's doing now, arguably one of our best players.
And you want to keep him around because obviously his dad's good vibes.
Dad's amazing. No, he is facts. Sharks is there. Like, I don't get it.
We met him.
We met him. Fam, he's amazing.
Titles on the line. We're trying to fight for. But man, I keep him around because the dad vibes. Look at this.
But it is some good news. Obviously, the week's been horrible, but Alisson was back for this game.
Yes.
Trent came on at half time. Actually, like obviously the goal didn't come, but
Players are coming back.
the goal didn't come, but Trent was there trying. But Trent was trying to make it happen. He was playing very high up. Jota's back. Obviously, he hasn't found his scoring form. You've been 3-0 down against bigger teams in Europe as before, like Barcelona. You come back and won. I know this isn't Premier League, but are you confident? Is there a little bit of an ounce of confidence? But then again, the Barcelona one, your second leg was at Anfield, right? The magic one was at Anfield.
Yeah,
you have to go away to Atalanta.
But they've done it. They've won 5-0. You know this just happened before. They've lost 2-0 at home to Atlanta and then went 5-0.
So they have a bit of confidence.
So they have history of doing
because you can still win both.
With Liverpool, 100. I will always have confidence in any opponent we play. Like we can play an opponent tomorrow, and I'll still be confident. Do you know what I mean?
Blind faith.
Really, that's how it is though with Liverpool though. Like it's always like 3-0 down, new camp, and coming to Anfield. Fam, everyone writ us off.
But it doesn't feel the same now because now it's like, okay, 3-0 down to Atalanta. I feel like if the corner gets taken quickly, Núñez is missing.
Right.
You know, like
That's what I was asking.
You're right. Yeah, it's not Origi.
Alright, what about
He's not,
okay.
Well, you're right. It's a Sky.
Okay.
Instead, it's true.
Yeah. Okay. Trent takes the corner. What about Alisson? Alisson's there. What are you thinking? Be honest. 93rd minute. What are you thinking?
He scored a header. Yeah, he scored a header.
And we need that one goal. Do you get it? So like we got other players, fam. If it's not, if it's not him, we got other players.
Well, it'll be Alisson.
But it's funny it's funny how football works though, because
That's how it is, though.
it's like Liverpool and Arsenal just had to lose on the same day.
It's mad.
It's weird. It's like they lost, and then it had to be for us to lose. It seems like the worst thing because we're both thinking missed opportunity from both of us. Liverpool lost. We could have gone ahead comfortably in the league. Arsenal lost. We could have gone ahead. But also, it's a good thing now. I'm glad Liverpool lost as well because it means we're still in it. If Liverpool had won and City had won and we lost, it's even more tough. So the fact that they lost as well makes me believe. Obviously, we're still
that's where
in
we
it.
come in with the hope that kills. We hang on to hope, but sometimes hope is not good enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like at the end of the season, you're gonna look back.
But sometimes there's that slip that Liverpool had, or there's those moments where you need to rely on a bit of
You had
luck.
another one though, this weekend as well.
Yeah, there's been a lot of slips this game.
It's a bad week for defenders in general. It's a bad week for
certain man slip. Certain man slip. Certain man slip.
Book it down. Book it to your impression.
Wallahi, it's crazy.
Certain man slip.
They said it's like The Rock trying to sell the stunner. Wallahi, they said
We'll get to
both
that.
shoulders on the
We'll get to that.
It's crazy.
We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Our slip was calm though, innit? It didn't really mean
Robertson
anything.
saved his life.
But that's
Like
the
a
thing. He
lifetime of
saved
memes.
his life. But I said, you remember we spoke about in the group chat? You said something about Robbo. I said right now, okay, he saved it, but we can't look back at it and until if we win that game, then we can look back at it and be like, he saved us.
now.
We lost the game, bro. It doesn't really. He done well, but we lost. Do you get?
Do you know who's really good in that game though?
Who?
Walton. Centre
Oh,
midfielder.
Yep.
Palace have signed from Blackburn.
Yep.
The past couple of weeks, I've seen
20
him.
years of age.
I
Adam
think
Walton.
against City, was it last week or the week before as well? Balled out as well, bro. Championship showing there's gems there to be had, but he's one I had no clue who the hell he was. They signed him January, saw him for a couple games, and every single time I've seen him, bro, the guy looks so comfortable, so composed. I think they might have one there, bro.
Fulham,
Like
now
a
we got-
serious,
I
serious
agree.
gem.
That's a. If he keeps on going the way he is, easily the next couple of years go to a big team.
Like
Easily.
Only 20 years of age,
20
man.
years.
20, yeah.
See
Fair.
what I've won. But yeah, it's tough, man. We got 3 tough away games. For me personally, I think they're tough. Fulham, Everton, West Ham, all in a row. Like it's a tough one, but we'll just see how it plans out. Do I think there's going to be another slip up in the Premier League? I don't think so. Do I hope?
I think
yes.
the story's
So-
no. I still think there's a couple more twists. and turns.
And if there's a story,
Cody Rose, yeah.
Facts.
you think there's another story? I don't think there's any bigger story than Steven Gerrard and Coutinho win the title for helping Liverpool win the title.
But
I
this-
don't think there's any story that will top that. Not even Jurgen Klopp last season farewell tour. Nothing will beat the Steven Gerrard Coutinho. It didn't happen. It made me realize stories don't exist. Stories doesn't exist. Like fairy tales don't exist. It's now you just gotta. As fans, we give 110%. Players, please give 110%. That's all I'm asking for.
There
Do
was
you know
a
what I mean?
story. There was City's treble story. It was just bigger than your story.
No, it's
There's
not.
narratives.
It's not.
I
Let's
think.
be
It
like.
all depends on what's the bigger narrative.
Yeah,
Fam,
it's true.
City
it's-
breaking their Champions League hoodoo, finally
Exactly.
completing the project, first treble since United. That mattered more than Philip and Gerrard. Bro.
No,
Nobody cares
never.
about that.
No, it never. City's treble didn't win. Didn't
Oh, that
mean
was in the same
more.
season.
It was the same season.
It was the same season.
No, City's treble was
City's treble
Arsenal-
last season. Yeah. That was
You're talking
like,
about the season
you're
before.
talking
about season before.
I'm talking about the but I'm talking about in terms of
Wolves.
I'm talking and they played Villa. I'm talking about like in terms of a storyline.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Steven Gerrard
Was
didn't win
man's
didn't win a title for Liverpool, but helped
could have
Liverpool
helped them win the
one
league
now. Like you know what I
inadvertently,
mean. So
yeah.
I feel like that storyline there. I don't think anything can top that off. And again, it doesn't exist.
Listen,
So we just have to hope, man. We just have to hope.
That was a big twist in the game in the season. City obviously had won their game on a Saturday, and they must have had the best Super Sunday in the world because no one in the world thought, not even one, both of Arsenal and Liverpool would lose on the same day at home.
Yeah.
No one believed that City was
And
third.
not score.
City were third and not score. Both not scored. Like this is some sort of voodoo that City had done or something. It makes no sense to me because City win the game. Sunday they tune in. Liverpool playing at Anfield. Should be a routine win. Liverpool lose. Oh my God, what the hell's going on? Count on our blessings. Right? That's it. Take that and run as City fans. Oh, wait a second. Arsenal also lose at home straight after.
Yeah.
No goal, without scoring a goal. this is like it's the chances of that happening, percentages of that happening with Liverpool and Arsenal both losing at home without scoring a goal was so minimal that I think you could run 100 simulations and the other 99 times it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't happen that way. It's ridiculous. So that was nothing as dramatic as that's going to happen the rest of the season, I think. There's 6 games left, 6 weeks to go, 6 game weeks. But I think there's still one more twist, one more thing.
Listen, Spurs play City at home, Old Trafford, Arsenal. Like, and I think with every week that's gone by over the past 2 months, I think
it's been changing every game week.
I think Liverpool win it. Nah, I think City will win it.
That's how it
I
is.
think Arsenal win it.
And that's the beauty of football.
I do think there could be one or two more twists and turns. But
in the last 3 weeks, all 3 of us been first in the season. Now City are first, but obviously we're assuming because of City, now that they're first, it's done. But Liverpool first a couple weeks ago. Arsenal first, literally the whole of last week.
Yeah.
But because obviously City and history, we're going by history, and obviously the famous words are history repeats itself. Let's see if it does this season.
How do you feel, Sharks? Like, does this excite you?
No, I thought the thing is, yes,
I hate it. I hate it.
I know you hate it, and because you've generally experienced it. I don't like the feeling of obviously losing at home. It's ridiculous. I felt it was a bottomless pit. I wanted the ground to swallow me whole. I was there at the game, and there's nothing worse than watching your team lose at home in a title race when you're top of the league and Liverpool have just lost. And there's nothing worse than sitting there and watch 2 goals go in that late in the game. You're sat beside Mr. Specs Gonzalez. Nothing worse than that. Nothing worse than that. Specs is twerking when Aston Villa's scoring, and he's meant to be an Arsenal fan.
That's crazy.
There's nothing worse.
I just know he had a Villa shirt on the result.
That's the worst thing in the world. Yeah.
Why is he doing that?
He's ill.
What's wrong with
He's
him?
ill. He's ill.
I told you, Islington.
Listen, Specs.
Islington, I told you.
Specs did something, and I'm blaming the loss partly to him.
Yeah.
Right. We were working that game.
Yeah.
Went into the change room before the game.
Yeah.
Specs was in the change room, and he did some weird ritual in the change room. I said, "Yo, chill out. That we're trying to win. It's a big game, important." Then we went into the tunnel to greet the players when they came in. Right. We said yo to a lot of the players. Obviously shook their hands, but I said, "Good luck, bro. Good luck." Saka came up to us saying hi to Saka.
Yeah.
Specs grabbed Saka by the head and did this some weird stuff. Saka looked at me and said, "What's he doing, bro?" I said, "I don't know, man. Just leave it."
Yeah.
Then we lose the game.
Man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That is mental.
Them Kenyan man
And that's on all on camera, yeah?
It's on camera. I don't know if somebody edited.
I can't wait for that.
That's why no one was
That would
allowed
be
to inspect his
hilarious.
shots, fam.
That clip.
I don't know
I
what
told
he
you,
did.
Islington. That's
Yeah.
all I can say
There's
to
something
you.
weird about, and it's from your area, and we had Specs on, and you were talking about your area. Something wrong with your area, but
For Wiz, the number one.
It's like the London Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take
if
it.
Fawis is the most normal person in the area,
That tells you.
That
That
tells you
tells
a
you.
lot.
That tells you.
it tells you a lot. But yeah,
What about you, fam?
Don't worry about me.
big
Let's move on,
up,
let's
big
move
up
on,
to
let's
Crystal Palace.
Let's speak to Rory about you.
Big up to Crystal Palace. Let's hear from the Palace fan. Obviously, I don't follow. We gave them enough credit. Austin CPFC says, "Wow, what a game of football. We do love to spoil a Liverpool party, but no one expected this at all. Every single player played out of their skin. I couldn't even give you my man of the match. A fantastic goal as Mitchell goes forward, puts in a perfect low cross for Eze for him to put it in the back of the net. This game could have gone any way. Mateta had a 1v1 chance, but it's cleared off the line by Robertson to keep the game alive. We could have scored about 3 to 4, and they could have scored about 3 to 4. It is ridiculous. There was only one goal. 2 words, Adam Wharton. What a player. Another amazing performance for him. Think massive credit does have to go to Glasner. We look a completely new side, and that's down to him. Maximizing players like Mateta who have struggled is key in a performance like today. Not a single person expected us to get anything out of today. What a phenomenal win. I don't know what else to say.
By the way, he didn't even mention that his back line was a back three of Nathaniel Klein, Anderson, and Jefferson Lerma.
Yeah, look at the tools he's been given.
That's a right back, a centre mid, and a ball playing defender, bro. Like that's why I was looking at that forward line and questioning that even more, because I'm like, with a patched over defence like that as well, you lot should have steamrolled them.
That's what we did, but we just didn't take our
You have to
chances.
give
That's
Palace
what
their
it
credit,
was.
though. Like
Yeah.
they
To be
fought
fair,
for them points.
Liverpool
you know
missed
what I mean?
some.
We did that. We
clear-cut
just didn't take chances, fam.
some
Like,
clear-cut
if that
chances.
was last week or the week before, that would have been a goal. Like when you know what I mean. Like especially the Salah chance, the Curtis. There's so many, man. But fam, let's just as Sharky says, just hope, man.
There we go. All right, so next game, I feel like I spent so much time on the first couple games because it's as you can see by the title, a title race emergency meeting that we have to kind of speed a little bit on some of the other games, and hopefully if we can cover every game we will. If not, then I'm sure you guys can figure us for this week because we don't want this to go for too long. But huge game Monday night football. Chelsea beat Everton 6-0 with Cole Palmer scoring 4 of them. What a performance from Cole Palmer! What a performance from Chelsea! Finally, it feels like we've seen. Look at Chelsea and you see they have so many young. They're supposed to be young, exciting players, but they haven't shown us a performance like what they should have. You got so many young side players, they should have these kind of performances. So finally we've seen a solid home win, 6 goals, and I felt like they're overdue this, and I feel like they've actually been in pretty good form. Chelsea, they've been doing really well, especially since in 2024 in general. It's from February onwards. I'm looking at it now. If you look at this, I'm going to show you guys. Just look at the colours. You see 1 red since the 7th of February, and that is an FA Cup loss against Liverpool. Since 7th of February, they've drawn 4 games and won every other game in all competition. Well, literally just Premier League and FA Cup. This is insane.
Yeah.
The Liverpool was the Carabao Cup final. That's the only thing they've lost. They've been in good form. Obviously, they beat you guys recently. The draw to Sheffield United was very unfortunate. McBurney scoring 3rd-minute winner. They could have won that game.
The Burnley draw was a frustrating one as well.
The Burnley draw,
They should have won
as well.
Exactly, but I'm saying they've been in pretty good form, and Cole Palmer's been spearheading that, where he is now joint top goal scorer in the Premier League with Erling Haaland with 20 goals. He scored a 30-minute hat trick. He scored a 30-minute hat trick.
And look where they are in the league.
Back-to-back home hat tricks as well.
Bro, I know Pep right now is burning. Pep right now he's trying to make it justify his decision, but deep down he knows he fumbled. That's a big fumble.
Bro, if I said to you at the start of the season when Palmer had left City, by the way, come 6 games to the end of the season, him and Haaland are going to be tied on goals. Him and Haaland, the guy who broke the records last year and has the record, they're going to be tied on goals. What if I told you that? Would you believe me?
Would have laughed you out of the studio.
Bro, that is absolutely crazy. And I think Palmer, you have to give him massive credit for how he's taken to this like a duck to water from minute 1. I think he started the season obviously with the 2 Super Cup goals, and I think last season everyone could see he was a tidy player. You just didn't know how he was going to fit into this Chelsea system, but then also take the keys and make the team his own essentially, because now top goal scorer, he's their chief creator if you like, and obviously penalty duties, he's the head honcho that runs shit around there.
Seen that now.
But to carry this team in the way he's done it consistently, because I think sometimes for a young player that age as well, you could do it for a 2-month period, a 3-month, till Christmas I can stretch it. But 6 games left of the season, this guy still hasn't almost rested, if you like. He's still put the team on his back. I think if there were any questions of him going to the Euros or anything like that, that has completely shut down. Who is Chelsea's best player? That has completely shut down. Who is the team going to be built around? That conversation is shut down. It's all Cole Palmer now at the end of the day. And Chelsea essentially now have to build whatever they have moving forward or whatever this project is around him at the end of the day. And a performance like that, bro, I just think back-to-back home hat-tricks. I mean, you don't even hear that often from centre forwards, let alone
you don't hear that
young attacking midfielders. You know what I mean?
A hat-trick isn't an easy feat. Like, there's we've said it. Saka's never scored a hat-trick. Rashford's never scored a Premier League hat-trick. Bear in mind, let alone 2 hat-tricks in that quick succession as well. 2 home games. I mean, he's scored as many Premier League hat-tricks, and he's done it in 2 home games in a row. As Eden Hazard, Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, Sadio Mane, Riyad Mahrez, Gareth Bale, Alexis Sanchez have managed in their entire Premier League careers. It's crazy. All those names I've just said have scored 2 Premier League hat-tricks in their whole Premier League careers. He scored them 2 in his last home game. Starts 2 home games.
That's crazy.
So a hat-trick isn't easy, and he's doing it easily. And it's not even a hat-trick this game. It was 4 goals. And I want to talk about that 4th goal as well, specifically, because that was the penalty. That was the only penalty. And that was crazy. We see stuff like that all the time, but this one felt a bit more like... we saw Nicholas Jackson, the Madueke specifically.
We've seen that at Chelsea, I think now 2-3 times. Sterling, there was the time before. Jackson, I think there was a moment as well. And Jackson was involved in this one. Initially, it was, I think, Madueke and Jackson who were trying to fight over it. And then it was like, but Palmer's a designated taker. Now,
leave it for that.
In my opinion, I think once you've got a hat-trick, let the others eat.
I beg to differ.
Wait. But in Palmer's position, you're not number 9.
Yeah.
You got a hat-trick last game. You got a hat-trick this game, brother. You're full here.
It's the hot hand, though.
You're the hot hand, I get it. But the game is done as well.
Yeah.
let some of the other guys get their
I
confidence
get
up.
it from
I
both sides,
understand
though.
Nico
Yeah.
Jackson maybe needs a goal.
That's
And
shameless.
the thing is,
I
it is a little bit shameless of these guys to fight for the ball, you know,
It's
on
shameless.
a charity penalty, if you like.
yeah.
But these are the kind of moments you want your guys to almost. And I worry a little bit for Palmer in terms of if you keep taking these, when that ball comes now and it's time for Madueke to square it to you or take the shot, is he going to take the shot now instead of squaring
That's
it
a
to you?
problem with Madueke.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean, and
I
Dele
get
Alli
it,
just.
but this is where it's a little
Dele
bit of to
Alli
and
was
fro.
just on Monday Night Football, and he said it broke it down pretty well. I mean, he said, listen, he's the penalty taker, right? And before we talk about Dele, Pochettino just said as well, after the game, Palmer is the penalty taker. It won't happen again. Can't behave like kids again. It's a shame. I told the players it's the last time I'll accept this type of behavior. This is not a joke. Again, very clear, Cole Palmer is the penalty taker.
Facts.
That's what Poch said
I
after the
respect
game.
that.
That's it.
And Dele Alli said himself, when it was the game against Man United, in the 100th minute, to make it 3-3, they weren't fighting for that penalty. When it's a pressure penalty, you're not fighting for it.
It's true.
You know? But now you're 4-0 up or whatever it is. You want to fight to get an easy goal.
It's still a Premier League game. It's
Yeah.
not pre-season.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
It's a Premier
That's what
game.
Dele Alli said, yeah?
Yeah, Dele
Yeah.
Alli basically said that on Monday Night
Facts.
Football. He was on Monday Night
Yeah.
Football.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's a fair-
It's the truth, fam.
which
It's
is-
the
In the
truth.
100th minute, now you're the penalty taker. You take the pressure one.
Yeah.
Oh, but
No,
it's
no.
4-0. Now you
Yeah.
want to fight
Well,
for it
for
and
it,
stuff.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
penalty taker.
And
He's
true.
the penalty taker. I think he should decide. I half agree with you and I half agree in general. He's the penalty taker, which means I don't care if it's on 3 goals, 4 goals. He has to pick the ball up. And then he has to then make the decision and say, you know what, you can have it.
Yeah.
But you can't take the ball.
agree with that.
That's
You
what
can't take the ball
I
up
agree.
and
I
assume,
assume that-
yo, you've had 3 goals, I'm taking it. No, 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 no.
Don't
Yo,
worry.
you're right.
Facts,
That's the
facts,
standard
facts.
procedure
That's the
across
truth.
the board.
I'm the
Like,
'cause we've
it's-
seen it.
You have to ask permission,
We've
and if
seen
they say
it,
no, you have
yeah.
to take on the chin.
Facts.
We've seen
100%.
we gave a penalty to Havertz
Yeah.
earlier this season,
Yeah.
you know?
Bruno did it for Rashford.
Yeah, but Odegaard
Yeah.
gave him the ball.
Yeah,
I
As
agree.
Odegaard
I-
said, you take it.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on
Yeah.
the head.
But
there.
you
I think
can't
it
take the
should
ball.
be
But
also-
Palmer who takes the ball
And says,
and
take
he
it.
wants to.
You know
if he
why it
gives
should
out.
have been Palmer 100%, regardless. Don't even. How dare you come up? No, like
true,
just,
it's true.
I'll switch. Like, and then it would have been a problem for the TV and everything. You've been a commentator. Oh look, they act like kids.
Yeah.
Fam, they'll be like, what's this drill artist
Yeah.
doing? Look what you said, Sharks.
Yeah.
Palmer is now level with Premier League.
That as well. Paolo's chasing
Fam,
the...
he's looking. I'm 1 goal away and I'm level with my man,
Yeah.
fam.
Facts.
Boom!
Are you mad? I'm taking
Yeah.
it.
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Muddy who? Move away.
Muddy.
Muddy who?
Muddy as well.
Yeah. Don't come near. Don't come near me. Don't come fight me. Like, yeah. Like, if Gallagher, if I was him as well, I would have reacted way differently. Do you know what I mean? Because he.
No,
I thought
it
Gallagher
seems
handled
like-
that pretty well.
Not
to be fair.
really.
Yeah, like Gallagher handled it well.
Do you think so?
thought-
No
yeah,
way.
yeah,
I
you
don't. I
handled
don't
it
know.
well,
really.
you had-
Two
No.
man out of the
Well, he
way.
told him
Obviously,
he
the
handled
optics
it.
look crazy,
No.
but I know he's gonna have some allegations.
It's always
after
Chelsea,
we-
man. Hey, they get it. They get it. They get it.
Proper Chelsea.
They get it. Proper Chelsea. It's always with them.
I don't
innit?
want to
It's
hear.
always.
Come on, guys, stop acting. I don't want to. Don't treat it as if we're on a primary school trip.
Yeah.
I want to see a cat. What are you doing here?
No, but he did. No, he dealt with it.
I
Right.
want
dealt
to.
with it.
Don't
He dealt
touch
with
them. Use your head. Move.
You know what it is? I hear it.
Do you get it? Just
Dennis
on the
Wise,
thing,
Dennis
yeah.
Wise. I don't think
Yeah,
there's
I-
anything wrong with Madueke and what do you call it?
There is
Jackson
wrong.
asking for the penny. I don't think
They
there's
didn't
anything wrong
ask, though. They
It's
didn't
their
ask.
reaction that's wrong.
Yeah.
Once he's told you, no, I'm taking it, you need to walk away.
It's not even that, bro.
Yeah.
It's even after Palmer scored.
You're
And
not,
he's-
he's doing this, and you're
You're
there
like,
vexed. You're fuming. You're fuming about it.
That's when I'm like, hey,
Nah.
this is evil eye, bro.
Yeah, this is
this
crazy.
is not a
They
good
could have.
look.
He could have
Yeah.
missed. Could have
And-
that.
and-
Could have that
and-
situation. He could have missed, bro.
Yeah.
And he would have been on 19, and he would have been gutted. Even though he scored a hat trick, he could have been like, I could have been level on goals with thing. So on his own personal achievement.
I think it's even more of a testament to Palmer though, because he's had that 2 or 3 times, and
And he had to keep dealing with
Yeah.
it.
none of them have phased him
Yeah,
on
yeah.
any of the penalties.
Yeah.
He's slotted each and every single one of them.
Especially when
So.
you're the main guy, you know you're the one that's carrying the
Fam,
back.
he's not going on that
Really,
plane
truly, you can't chat to me.
to
still.
just be sub. He's going on that plane to start for England, bro.
the start. is
You heard
crazy,
what
man.
I'm saying?
Not to start.
whoa,
You have to
whoa,
slow
whoa,
down.
He's
whoa.
going on there to start.
Slow down.
No.
Now, let
How
me
can I
ask
slow
you.
down?
Let me ask you.
You're screaming back
Where
to back
does he
hat trick.
start? Where does he start?
In the midfield. Who for?
Don't
do that.
generalize
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I called a specific
There's a lot of
position.
midfield spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who for? That's not my issue. But, no.
If you're gonna say he
not.
starts,
No.
you gotta have a
All
team.
the
surely.
shucking and jiving.
Yeah, you just
Stop.
want to say.
I'm
You
not.
said he's
He
starting.
needs to go on that plane,
I
fam.
need to
Where does
know
he play for
what
Chelsea?
position he's
Where is he?
starting.
No, this is how you ask it. Where does he play for Chelsea?
Cam.
No, he's not playing Cam.
No, for England, put him Cam.
No. That's not the question I'm asking you, brother. The form and the season he's having for Chelsea. What position is he currently playing in?
You know where?
What, say that. Why are you scared to say all of a sudden? All of a sudden you lost your voice.
On the right.
On the right. Who plays on the right for England?
Bukaki.
That man.
Don't say them, man. Say
Yeah,
who's
Shark,
playing.
Shark.
He's there. Why is he? Hold on. Why is he tiptoeing around this?
I'm saying them,
Why
man.
is he
Like, what do you
tiptoeing?
want me to say?
No. Who? Just say the name of the player.
Bukayo.
Bukayo, yeah? So,
No, that's why I said he'll put him in the 10.
yeah, but then you haven't seen him play in the 10 this season, so why would you want to play him in the 10?
He's starting then. Bro, he needs to start, fam. Like what?
it doesn't work
all
like
that
that, man.
achievement for what? All that hat trick,
okay.
and we're all saying no one. He's better than Steven Gerrard. He's better than this
said
person.
that?
Who said
This-
that?
Okay, not better, but like Steven Gerrard hasn't achieved this.
Said no one ever. Said no one ever.
I tried to do some
Working
journalism
there.
media.
You're nasty,
Yeah, I
bro.
know.
You lot will call it
I
something
lost
like
my
Hungarian
head.
Gerrard, though.
I lost my head.
Ollie
But
Watkins has 19 goals and
is-
10 assists. Is he starting in the Premier League? He's got 19 goals, 10 assists.
How many has Dominic Solanke got?
Yeah, but okay.
Like
Similar
18
numbers,
goals, 17
yeah?
goals.
He's got that, but like when you see Harry Kane, he's captain. This is what I'm trying to say. He's captain for England.
the only
bro.
reason, 'cause he's
Like,
captain.
Harry Kane is literally
The leading goal scorer for England.
Bobby Charlton of our generation.
Whoa.
Am I wrong in saying that?
Whoa.
Am I
He's
wrong in
England's
saying that?
top goal scorer, the captain.
Am I
of the
wrong in
man.
saying that?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Bobby Charlton.
Sir Bobby Charlton. They call him Sir for a reason.
Slow
Harry
down.
Kane will get knighted, fam. Harry Kane.
All I know is that's a statue outside the stadium, man. But that's a statue
And then-
outside the stadium,
You
my
weren't
brother.
outside
What,
of
you're
the
saying
England
this?
players.
Yeah.
Harry Kane will get a statue outside Wembley, bro. Of course he will. Of course he
They
will.
didn't give it to Wayne Rooney. You can give it to him.
They'll give it to Harry Kane.
I
Harry
think Bobby
Kane's
Charlton has
different.
one outside Wembley. Does he?
It's got one outside Man United.
There's one
I
outside
think
Wembley.
that's Bobby Moore. isn't
Harry
it?
Kane's
that's
behavior
Bobby
off the
Moore.
Bobby Moore.
Harry Kane's behavior off the field compared to Wazza is different, bro. Like Harry Kane's
Listen,
a
we
good guy.
can't leave. We're leaving Chelsea now.
Yeah.
Listen,
And okay, as I said, yeah, he should start anyway. Palmer should start for England.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
if
but-
you're telling me back to
Nah,
back
you're not-
hat trick
I'm
and
not
you're
hearing-
creaming
Oi,
him now,
Fuad,
forget.
tell him we're not hearing that. You can't say. You're not even saying it with conviction. You're not trying to tell us where
Alright,
he's
cool,
playing.
fact. That's just
leave
my-
it,
He
man.
was shucking and jiving.
That's my
yeah,
alright,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's
For
my
Chelsea-
opinion.
for
He's doing
Chelsea,
it for no
look,
reason.
we
Let him
look-
do it for no
we
reason.
look at
For no
Chelsea.
reason.
You know,
Just
Sean-
for a ticket
Sean-
to a ticket.
Sean
Come
was
on,
here
fam.
the other day
Childish.
saying that they were almost 2 points off United.
And they are now 3 points off United with a game in hand. So it's crazy how the turntables.
Who do they play next?
They are playing next. They are playing Brighton away.
We'll see.
No, they're not.
All
No,
of that.
no, they're not. My bad. No. I clicked on Brighton, not Chelsea. They are playing. Their next league game is Arsenal, but their next game is City in FA Cup semi-final.
So the next game is Arsenal. We'll
Their
see.
next,
Arsenal away.
their next 3 games, their next 4 games. Read it out, please.
Every game stuff. So I mean, they got City in the FA Cup. Then they got Arsenal in the league away. Then they got Villa away. Then they got Spurs at home.
Then we'll see. So we'll see.
And,
the
and
next four
obviously
games.
a London derby and West Ham as well.
And then we'll see next 4 games. You asked me that same question, and we'll see.
Yeah, but you
should
guys
listen that
aren't
easy
guaranteed
either,
any
mate.
wins.
Huh?
You guys aren't like guaranteed wins anyways. Your fixtures just will look tough automatically. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah. Bournemouth. Tough.
So still,
To be fair, now yours look better.
you still throwing jabs.
Yours look better.
You still want to throw jabs?
Yours look better.
You still want to throw jabs?
No, I'm just saying. Yours look better. No, I'm saying this season.
J. Cole ass.
Yours look better. Now we're Drake, bro. Yours look better. Yours look better. But yeah, no. So they do have tough fixtures. But this game will give them a lot of confidence. And it's interesting for Cole Palmer, where I genuinely think he's doing so well because this Chelsea team is bad. He's doing so well because they're nice.
True. No, I get that as well. I get where you're coming
You know,
from.
do
And
you
I
think-
kind of agree with that as well.
Do you think if Chelsea's better structured and coached and they have better players, he doesn't put the same numbers up?
Not the same numbers. He'll still do very well. He'll still get double digits in goals, maybe 10 goals. 10 goals, 7 assists. So have a solid season.
Yeah.
But if they're managed better, but then the team will finish a lot higher.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if they're managed
Of
better,
course,
it'll
yeah,
be spread
facts.
out more.
Yeah,
He's
responsibility will be shared
Exactly,
as well. Yeah, I
will be
get what you're
shared.
saying. Yeah,
The
yeah.
his performances will be just as good, if not better. But the numbers will just be more shared as it
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Harry Kane. He got 30 Premier League goals last season when he came 7th.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's great individually. In Palmer, same thing.
You think it's
Unbelievable.
almost
But
like
to
the,
shine for me, I feel like to shine in a team that's dead, that's hard work, Sharks. You know, that's
No, I-
very
I
hard
think- I
work.
think- I
Like
think
for me,
when
that's
you-
hard, fam. I feel like that's hard. Look
That
at the
is very
players
hard,
around you, and you're shining, like doing back-to-back hat tricks. Like this is not a joke for me. That deserves England call.
No,
up,
it-
bro.
it-
I don't
it-
understand.
no, no,
And when I
no
mean
one's
call up,
doubting his team.
no. Okay, I'm talking about starting, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about Harry Kane.
You're going back to this conversation.
No,
again.
no, but it's the truth though. For me, it's the truth. Name me a better team.
Where's
Harry
he
Kane
starting?
up top, left, Foden,
Fu,
right,
Fu.
Saka, and in the middle,
No.
Cam. Listen what I'm
No,
saying.
no. This is
Palmer.
not-
Palmer, Bellingham,
Rice.
Rice.
not gonna
At the
work.
back,
It's not gonna-
Maguire, Jones, left.
It's not
They're
gonna
bringing
work.
Phil Jones back.
No. Sorry, Maguire. I was going to say Stones. Sorry, Maguire, Stones,
Jones, good one.
Pope. See, Pickford in goal. No.
The right
yeah.
because do the backwards. You got
Yeah,
his
you
break
can't-
out.
you can't
back.
break it.
Yeah, I'm trying to do back.
Listen, I know,
But it's like, no, because this is what I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how you guys are saying no. He shouldn't start for England. Then who
no one
should?
said no.
Who should? Yeah, you are.
I'm
You're
saying if
saying
you're gonna
no,
start
no.
him, he's been playing right wing. Let's not play stupid. He's not gonna play midfield. The only position he's gonna really play is right wing.
No, he can play. He
no,
can play midfield.
Listen,
He can play midfield.
we
Fam,
haven't
I've
seen him
his
play
ability.
midfield this season.
Fam, you
And if
don't.
we're being honest, Palmer, Bellingham, Rice, it looks good when you're doing FIFA. That looks good. In real life, is there real balance in that
Fam,
midfield?
yeah.
No.
Okay.
I support
Let's
England.
That's not gonna work.
let's
England, bro.
let's
Don't
not gonna
support
work. It's not
England.
gonna work.
No.
We'll support England.
We do support England. Well, we support Eritrea. Meaty country, man.
Yeah.
Say 9.
Wow.
Yeah, why?
Um,
Say 9.
Let's move
Ghana
on.
are nice though.
Let's move on.
Day to WhatsApp me a gal.
Speaking
Yeah?
speaking
I'm
of
gonna send her that video.
speaking of Eritrea, let's move on to a certain Eritrean striker
Yeah.
that caused them some problems.
Man, I see him on the road when I come to training.
I see him when I come to train.
I see him on the road when I come to training. I love that video so much. That's my favorite video.
Alexander Isak
That is my favorite video.
is now on 17 goals
Gun
and
man.
1 assist this season in the Premier League. Having a phenomenal season. Obviously scored 2 goals to make it 17 against Spurs at St James's Park. Let's talk about his 2 goals. Let's talk about his first goal. Obviously, I call it the Mickey van der Ven goal.
Why would you call it that? I wonder.
What do you say?
That
What do you call it?
goal.
What do you call it?
Call it the Mickey van der Ven goal.
Yeah.
Van der Ven goal.
Do you know what's mad about that goal?
Yeah,
Sharks,
you tell me.
Like I saw. It's like history repeats itself.
Yeah.
The way he felt and what he was doing. When I went carnival with Liban, that's when he was whining a girl to reggaeton. Not even bashment, to reggaeton. That's how she was moving.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God, it's the same. I'm seeing it. Should I not? Okay, I'm sorry.
Making up
It's the same.
stories as well. That's cool, man.
Am
Keep
I?
fabricating,
Oh,
bro.
okay,
Keep fabricating.
okay.
Keep fabricating, man.
So I'm guessing Drake's making up stories about the rest of them then.
I was gonna say, I
About
thought
Rick
when
Ross,
he said
Kendrick.
he'd seen it before, I thought he was gonna mention Davinson Sanchez versus
That's
Man
what I
City.
thought he was going to say something.
Couple years
That's
after.
talking about. No, I'm not on that.
I've seen it before in different aspects.
I was like, well, it's not like we ain't been here before,
Yeah.
as Spurs fans. And even in terms of going to St. James's and holding licks,
yeah.
bro, let's not forget last
Becoming
year.
a common theme now.
5 goals in 20
20
minutes, bro. So me, in this game, I was thinking, yo, brother.
No, after 20 minutes. it's different.
I said, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, this year we can breathe at least. Do you know what I mean? Brother, I did not know what was coming. I did not know what was coming. And I feel like it's almost been waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like this high line we've been playing, obviously you alluded to it with the pen and paper earlier, but this has almost been we've been getting praised for obviously playing a lot of possession high up and dominating in team's possession. But that was a game where Newcastle said, come, brother, come, please. Because they just lined up 5 men at the back, told Isaac, just play on that halfway line there.
Yeah.
Them man are going to come beyond it.
That's it. One ball over the top.
One ball over the top for the first and the third goal.
Oh, yeah.
And you could see Van der Ven got cooked so hard in that first goal. If you see the third one, he doesn't even sprint back fully. He's just pedaling because he's just like, brother, please not again. Not again. Bro, that level of trauma defending you can put on
crazy.
someone, it can knock their confidence crazy. But I just feel like,
Do you think that's a commentator's curse, by the way, from Rio saying before the game, Mickey van der Ven could be the best defender in the world?
if you saw the
And then
Tottenham
for
Twitter
him to have
account,
the worst performance of the season, bro.
No,
the
the way he
Twitter
fell
account
backwards,
had
fam.
Van der Ven shirt only picture. I was like, bro, it was like it was written.
Yeah.
Where you lot are just cursing this brother to have a stinker game, bro. I'm sorry, them kind of games, there's nothing you can do. And the way he slipped as well, it's like
I heard Jim Ross.
Stone Cold. My God, Stone Cold. He's in his head out of service. My God. Bro, it was like, you know when you got to hold cover
Nah,
your
no,
mouth.
like, it was
I was there
embarrassing.
watching it and I was like, I can't believe what's
crazy.
happening.
Even the second goal.
Bro, the second goal, I couldn't
Even the second goal.
it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
Where the first one went in, I'm
It's
still
actually
got
good.
my head in my hand where I'm like, oh my God. I look back at the screen, Pedro Porro's kicking it through, 2 man on goal. I said, Gordon, what is happening today? The third goal being a replica of the first goal. By that point, I just said, you know what? This is one of those days.
It's a cooking session.
It's a cook. And I remember, was it 3 weeks ago? Same thing happened with Fulham. I don't know if you lot remember that.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
3-4
Yeah, yeah.
Got absolutely battered. And I've noticed a pattern in teams that play low blocks like that. we struggle to break them down, bro. And we can have the 70% possession. Madison's getting 40 touches in midfield. I'm sorry, but as long as we have that high line, we're going to concede a high number of chances. And all it takes is for one of those defenders to have an off moment, whether it's Destiny to miss a tackle, Romero to jump out of position, Van der Ven to slip out of his boots, and you're cooked, bro.
Yeah.
And then in the midfield, I feel like, I'm sorry, Basuma, since that Luton red card, has been miles off. Like, I know a lot of people were putting him in discussions like, best DMs in the league at the start of the season after them first 10 games. Calma. This is why tranquilo, bro. And this is why you have to give man a full season to breathe. What I've been seeing the past 3 months, whether it's injuries, AFCON, whatever, it has not been there, bro. I don't know why Sarr has fell the victim to it, but I feel like that no matter what, that balance in midfield now, it's been kind of messed up a little bit. And then I look at the front line. That front line for me is technically inept. I would
Brennan
call.
Johnson, Heung-min Son, and Timo Werner as your front.
Yeah.
You were saying competing for the league, having Trossard and Havertz doesn't fill you with confidence. I know you're not competing for the league, but being a top team,
I'm telling you now,
having that front three, Timo Werner and Brennan Johnson as your wingers,
from the start of
is
the
that something
season,
that makes you feel you with confidence?
it fills my stomach with vomit, because from the start of the season I said that attack is gonna, at some point, it's gonna cost us, because we've got Son who can give us goals. But outside of that, Richarlison went through his little purple patch, but I can't look at anybody else and say I can rely on that guy to give me some form of contribution. Kulusevski was one I always used to be like, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
I've given up.
On
I've
that.
given up. I'm sorry. Timo Werner, I think before the 4-goal renaissance began, you saw the chance that fell to him, bro. And we've seen that chance, I think, every single week.
Yeah.
Someone launches the ball back post to him, wide open.
And he'll sky it or just miss it completely, or scuff it even. And it's
Bro, the contact is horrid,
He
bro.
reminds me of his boy.
And I've said
Who? Darwin Nunes.
the chaos tendency,
chaos,
fast.
yeah.
Oh, you don't
I hear it.
allow it, man. Stop.
But
man.
I just feel like,
please stop.
I just feel like, especially
Don't.
when you've got low
Can't
blocks
compare
here,
the two, fam.
when you
Crazy. No. Don't. Hey, how can I hear this? How can I hear this? You're comparing the two.
It's him.
You can't do that.
They agree though. They agree.
You can't do that. And then you that's what makes it worse. He said it. I hear it because he says a lot of things that goes here, comes here, and you're like, yeah.
No, I was
That's
like,
what
I
the
see
hell?
where you're coming from. He's quick, but he can't fit.
It's not compare.
It's the same with Werner. But
See how
I look at
defensive
them
he is for
three
a
and I'm
reason.
like, bro, as long as you have low blocks and you need technical players to break down low blocks who can create something out of nothing. I look at Brennan Johnson, Werner, and Son, and I don't think they can, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
and
I
if
wanna-
Son
I
is
wanna
not
ask you a
putting it
question
on a
about it
plate
as
for them, they're not eating, bro. Madison, sorry.
Now I want to ask you a question.
Go for it.
So now that obviously you've seen the certain game like Fulham, for example, this weekend, are you starting to have doubts or ask questions about the manager, Ange?
In terms of what
In
he's
terms
building.
of, obviously it's clear that he's got a structure in place. It's clear that he has a style of play, and you see it. You are playing good football, possession-based football, but this whole the stubbornness and this whole thing of not willing to change, even when you can clearly see you're exposed, and the team is fully taking full advantage of the fact that you're playing the high line.
Now, this is what I'll say. I don't think there's doubts over him in terms of what he's been able to do this
Yeah,
season.
of course, yeah.
He's done a fantastic job. I feel like he's give us an identity, and we enjoy the way we play, let's be honest. 80% of the season, it's worked brilliantly. But even when things were going well, I think a lot of Spurs fans were saying, we're still conceding a lot of chances. But even then, we overlooked it because we said, you know what? We don't have our full defence there. Now we've had our full defence there, and we've seen a couple of these cookings. We've seen some of these moments still happening. And that's where I've said, this is where, as a manager now, I need to see that kind of
Adaptability.
yes.
Facts.
Don't be stubborn and live by the gun, die by the gun.
Yeah.
I'm all for having your identity, having your ethos, but also read games, read situations, read moments. Even if it's just a 5-minute respite. For example, that third goal. If you see our back line, we're not even defending on a halfway line. We're defending 10 meters into their half. What is the benefit here? I understand we're keeping pressure high up or whatever, but there is no...
It was so bad that he managed, when he see
Isak made the run, he was still
he
in
was
his
still
half.
in half. Thank you very much.
So for me, if a defender...
That's crazy to me.
If Van der Ven literally sits off 3 meters deeper, he's got
offside.
The recovery to
And
get to that.
he could
even play offside.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. And it's small little moments like that. Even like the fullbacks, when they're getting high up here, I feel like sometimes they both go. And it's like, hold on, what happened to one goes and one stays, one covers? It's like... You both don't need to go at every time. And I feel like that's where Ange needs to be held responsible and say, okay, there's certain moments, drop 5 yards. One of you go. Like, he has to read those moments. And I've said, from now till the end of the season, if we get this Champions League, this
That
will be
fifth spot
what
might
we
not be
judge on.
Champions League anymore.
100%.
Yeah, that's another-
100%. So if we don't get top 4 now,
Yeah.
and we look back and look at moments like that,
Yeah.
games like even Chelsea, let's be honest,
Yes,
bro, that
true.
game,
where you
we
threw
threw it away basically
away,
by
yeah.
sticking to that high line. It's going to be like,
Do you
were
think that's
those moments-
sustainable? Obviously, we've been asked that question on all podcasts, but like, do
I
you
feel
think
like- I feel like
if him not willing to adapt, do you think that and
clearly
obviously
not.
Now, I
Ben.
think I think he would have been able to get away with it had he had a better quality front line.
front line, yeah, true.
And
That's
I
a good
think
For
point
the whole
as
season.
I think for the whole season, had he had better attackers,
I think eventually it would have.
But
Because
there
it's
would have
so,
been-
it's so rock and roll, it's so high line, it's so.
There's
I
gonna
think
be games.
eventually it would have been,
Yeah.
regardless, no matter how, even if you didn't have the injuries or suspensions,
Yeah.
I think eventually you still would be in a similar position.
I think
maybe you'll be
with-
a position higher, still
Yeah.
you'll be in the top 4, but it's not something. It's not a way you can play a 30-game season.
yeah, no, I agree. You could, like,
And
you're
you
not
don't
going to
think
win all
You
30
have to
games.
have a solid defensive base first, and that's
Yeah.
the foundation. Because once you have that,
Yeah.
if you have bad games,
Facts.
you still will concede a
And
little
I think,
one
and,
goal
I, and, I'm,
max.
and I'm trying to think of almost like the example of you guys. I remember was it the first or second season where it was real rock and roll football under Klopp, where it was like, you man score 4, we're scoring 5.
Yeah,
you man
yeah.
score 6, we're scoring
Score
7.
seven, yeah.
So I think this season I can almost look at it and be like, all right, this is your first year still, let's not forget. I can overlook this, but next season, if we're still stubbornly playing this high line, I need to have a manager that's going to be adaptable and
Exactly.
react to certain
Yeah,
games differently. Like, I'm all for having an identity, but have a backup plan as
Yeah,
well, brother. And in that type of game, I'm sorry, you needed more from the players, but I also needed more from the manager there.
No,
So-
I fully agree with that. Still.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
obviously,
teams will eventually clock you out as well.
Yeah.
Because if Fulham, they've kind of set the
precedent.
template
Yeah.
how to beat Spurs now. You just sit low, you wait for your chance.
And on
hoof
set
over the
pieces,
top.
put someone on Vicario. I'm
And
telling
that's-
you,
yeah.
there's certain patterns. If you watch Spurs, there's
Yeah.
ways to get
To get
at
at
us.
them, yeah.
You can get
Yeah.
2-3 goals very
Yeah,
easily.
yeah, no facts.
and obviously you can see the 4 goals, and there's been a lot of issues at the back. But I have got a hot take actually. I want to hear your opinion on. Spurs back 4 is better than Arsenal's back 4.
Hey, you lot have been feasting with this one, you know. Hey, can we get the context of that clip
after
right?
conceding almost double Arsenal's goals this season, what do you think about that? hot
Firstly,
take?
yeah, I was adamant on the fullbacks bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was adamant on the fullbacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
To which I still kind of stand by. Yeah.
Not fully,
It's the
surely.
centre backs. The centre backs.
And you still
I
tried to
give it
get
you.
something there. You're like Romero,
No.
Gabriel.
The centre backs were off trying to
that's
shit
just
house
exactly.
it. I'll give you that.
Yeah, fair.
You know what? You know what?
I
You know
can't
what?
lie to you.
Could you
Every
put your
time,
hands
you
up?
know what's so funny? Every time
Oh, yeah.
Spurs get cooked, that video
comes
comes back.
Bro,
You
it's
can't
not
get away
even
from
cool.
that. It's
Bro,
like,
there've been games where we will score 3, let's say, but
Yeah.
we'll concede 2. These, they said this. Nah, man. Bring you doggy here, blood. I'm like, oh, Lord, man. Hey, listen. Rest.
that one there is
You
going
lot
to
won.
circulate for a
You
while,
won.
though. You know that? It keeps coming back. It doesn't rest,
I want
you
you. I want you to answer honestly as well, Fred. Yeah. Man City. How do you feel?
Very comfortable.
That's the hope we
Very,
see.
very,
That's
very
the
comfortable.
hope.
we
What
can
can I give
hold.
You
Tottenham,
see, April 28th. That's the date I'm looking forward to. That's all that matters in my season now. You see,
Same.
top
That's
4.
same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the hope.
Cute, but I need April 28th.
Yeah.
I need that one.
We need that.
After that, I don't care. Rest of the calendar, don't. April 28th. I need blood, thunder, sweat, tears. All of it belonging to Sharky, by the way.
Do you know what's- yeah, all of it. They're playing- You know what's funny to me?
Are you guys going to the game?
Your next,
My next 3 or 4 are.
yeah, but I'm saying your
No, are you
next.
going to that stadium?
The
Wow,
Spurs away. We'll see. Hopefully,
You
depends.
two should go.
I've never been to an away in North London
That would be a good
together.
one. Yeah, you know, should go together.
We'll see. Maybe I've never been to an away in North London Derby. And this one is like, it's mad because your next game is Arsenal. They've got a break.
Yeah, they got a break.
You know how many games we have to play them? Better. Their next time he's gonna see Tottenham is against Arsenal. You know what I have to see,
three games
bro?
in
We're
between.
playing Bayern. We're playing Wolves.
And
We're
Chelsea.
playing Chelsea, and then we're playing Tottenham.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're playing 3 games before we even see them,
See them,
and they're just
yeah.
chilling.
Love this
Yeah,
game.
it's crazy.
I love
That's
this game.
mad to me. How we play?
And
By
if we
that
still
point-
beat them,
Bro, I'm
Credit to you
more
guys.
scared of.
Yeah.
Can't lie to you.
I'm more scared of Wolves away. Wolves away terrify me. Then I'm scared of Chelsea at home or Tottenham away. I'm not scared of them.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping
Wolves
for
are-
the,
By
for
the
the
time we
wobble,
get
for
to
the
them.
wobble at Wolves, and then they come to us like,
I'm more scared.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, see teams like Chelsea or Tottenham, they thrive when they play against possession-based teams or
Yeah.
teams that try to actually play football. Because I feel like the spaces open up and all they just could do is just attack. And I thought,
I remember start of the season when we went to the
yeah.
Emirates and they were telling us,
Yeah,
come play that way,
come
come play that way.
yeah.
So
I feel like-
how would you feel? It's a bit of an awkward position. Say
Yeah.
we beat you.
Yeah.
Cool, whatever. But then you beat City, inadvertently winning Arsenal the league. How would that feel?
He'll be devil.
No, I genuinely. Andrew will never say this. I think if we beat or lose to Arsenal,
You're not
I
gonna
think
roll
we will
over.
somehow roll over City.
Yeah.
Because I don't think as a club we can let that happen. I think Levy has to come down in the dressing room and be like, lads, I need the academy boys getting a run at Alfie Devine.
You know that's
Scarlett,
actually
all them
illegal.
man.
That's actually illegal in football.
What do you mean?
You know you guys actually. I swear to you, that's actually illegal in football.
What do you mean?
They
we got a heavy schedule because we got
heavy
3 days. 3 days after Arsenal, he doesn't tell you we've got Chelsea, we've got Liverpool after that as well. I'm sorry, those are two important games as well.
By the law of football, that is match.
Listen, if my
If you
owner
deliberately feel
wants
the
to
weak team.
personally call Ange to tell him
Yeah.
to rest certain players,
Yeah,
who's gonna know but him and Ange?
bro. You know, Man United got slapped with that a couple of times where we got hit with it.
Yeah, when you lot fielded
for
I'm
young
talking,
young
listen,
players.
Son, Madison,
But you lot doing it
Romero,
deliberately against Man City. No,
Vicario.
I
want to see Alfie Whitman.
No, they had to play
Have you
that.
not seen? Have you not seen Alfie Whitman?
I see that for you, man.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper.
I keep seeing him on
The
YouTube,
goalkeeper.
little Twitter videos and this and that. Get him on the pitch.
What about Austin?
Brandon
Yeah,
Austin,
Brandon
get him
Austin,
out there.
we need to
Ashley
meet him.
Phillips, we
Ashley
still haven't
Phillips.
seen him.
Yeah,
Alejo
Brian
Vélez.
Gill.
When was the last time
Brian
you
Gill,
saw
give him a
Alejo
run
Vélez?
as well, man. Come on, man.
Listen, Emerson Real, where's he been?
Lo Celso's crying as well. Lo Celso's crying as well. Give him a run. Give him some minutes, man.
Embarrassing. But listen, Newcastle as well, huge win for them. They've had a weird season. Isak obviously was speaking about very highly. Anthony Gordon has been having a phenomenal season.
your boy.
They didn't even start. Yeah, that's been my boy for time, and I said it as well a long time ago how good of a player he is, and I'm glad he's showing how well he's now hit 10 goals in the Premier League season, 10 goals and 8 assists. We're about to get 2 assists from a double season, which is very impressive.
He's one when he moved to Newcastle. I wasn't sure on him. I didn't see the hype, if that made sense. Because I remember he was linked with Chelsea at the time as well, and I was like,
it's so good
I
that he
understood that
went there.
Everton are fighting at that kind of bottom third. I thought he'd be a useful player there, kind of like a Dwight McNeil, if you like, type player. But honestly, I didn't see this jump in performance this season, and it's definitely not gone under the radar. I feel like.
yeah.
But I think Isak as well. Think of it this season with all the injuries he's had, and every single time he comes back, it's like he hasn't skipped a beat.
Yeah.
But if you can get an injury-free season from him, I just wonder what type of numbers
That's
he
a
would
25,
actually
30
put up.
plus goal striker, in my
Bro,
opinion.
easily. I said if there's 2 players I wish would have an injury-free season, him and Michael Olise.
Yeah.
I just want to see what they would look like because I think they're 2 players that when you look at them, you could just see a top-level footballer.
Second
But
best
it's
striker,
just
in my opinion, in the league.
fitness there. It's just not there. You could argue that. You could argue that, honestly.
Well, competing with Ollie Watkins, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I feel like the margins between him, Ivan, Tony, and Watkins is not crazy. But for me, I would comfortably put Isak second. That's just my preference.
So now he's a top player, and then I think Newcastle, you even have to give him credit because that defense that they lined up with, that they was it Jacob Murphy, Croft, Fabian Schär, and Dan Burn.
I see you sending me some tweets right now because talking about Anthony Gordon. So he's sending me some tweets from like 2-3 years ago of me saying Anthony Gordon's top player. Anthony Gordon's my youngster to look out for. Serious baller, one of a right foot.
He's going back way back.
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
years ago.
Fucking hell.
And then there's a tweet of Liban. Instead of financial fair play, UEFA needs to implement financial dumb play to Chelsea because 60 million on Anthony Gordon deserves a transfer ban.
And
46k likes.
Look at that
46k likes.
So that tells you that the general consensus was everyone agreed at the time. So you can't even get on to me. Everyone agreed. Well, literally, everyone agreed.
46k.
Yeah,
We'll put all those
bro.
screenshots in the.
Like that's why I don't even get mad about that one because everyone genuinely agreed.
Clearly, apart from me.
And that one even made it to news articles.
Yeah, what's
you
wrong?
you and
It made it to the
Amir are like the
newspapers.
only.
Yeah.
You
That
and
tweet made it to the
Amir.
newspapers.
See?
Now you and Amir are the only 2 people who I know had Gordon stock from day one and just never let go.
I think
still
Amir
be
had it
real,
even earlier than me.
Even 60 minutes is still a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
60 minutes is still a lot.
Oh,
of money.
football now, he's worth that now because
Now,
of what
yeah,
this season,
because of his
in
form.
English and
Because
form
of
and
his form.
everything.
Yeah.
But big up to Newcastle, big up to Eddie Howe, big result for them. Seems like they've got Spurs' number now. It's a tough place to go for anyone, but Spurs especially. They fielded literally a makeshift side, especially their back four of Murphy, Kraft, Schär, and Burn. Longstaff and Anderson started in midfield as well, alongside Gimaresh. And it looked pretty routine win for them. Newcastle, what can I say about Newcastle, man? They're not having the best of seasons. We're saying about Tottenham's defense. Newcastle have conceded even more goals than Tottenham this season. You know, they are 10 points behind Spurs. They're not going to finish higher than 6th.
They also had a lot of injuries though.
Yeah, they've had a lot of
worse,
injuries.
probably,
Yeah. A lot.
No,
of
I think we had the worst of the injuries. No, it's a fact.
No,
That's
get
what I'm
out
trying to
there.
say.
Newcastle did.
man.
But we'll move on right now.
No, you guys annoy me so much. What do you mean? No.
You love to make
Our whole
everybody
starting
you.
11 was injured at one stage, bro.
Newcastle, blow. We ain't trying to hear about you, man.
You know these man.
Big man T, I'm being so rude. You lot frustrate me, fam. I don't want to
main
hear.
character syndrome.
I don't want to hear
That's what
we've
Liverpool
had
fans
the
have.
worst in the season, fam.
No.
All right, cool. Go and
All
continue.
right, so let's
This
move
means
on.
more FC in the game.
What the hell is this,
Let's
fam?
move on. Let's move on.
I've clocked it.
So this one, okay. So we're about
This is-
we're over 2 hours, 2.5 hours into the podcast.
Listen,
We
if you're
speak
still
about
here, you're a legend.
if we still you're a legend, right? At this point, we're gonna do a few more games. Okay, I'm so sorry if we haven't covered your team this week, but I'm sure you can understand. Listen, we speak about United every week on the show, of course we do, right?
Yeah.
But the same things get said. You're now winless in 4, Liban. You're now winless in 4.
that is correct.
Brentford you've drawn against, and that one was, you should have probably lost because he faced them on
No,
shots.
that's the first assessment to make.
Chelsea you lost to. Well, you're on the watch along.
Yeah.
You know, Liverpool.
Marginal.
Liverpool. You actually could have got the win until Harvey Elliott got fouled.
Marginal
Yeah.
again. Another
And
marginal
then
moment.
obviously this game now, Bournemouth, you drew. Is there anything new that you can say about United in this game?
No.
Okay, so let's move on.
No, wait.
What can you say?
But what I do want to say is one thing I do want to say is that yes, there's nothing new to say. We've been the
I
problems.
feel like
have
I'm
been,
hearing the same things about
yeah,
United.
it's
you
been
know,
the
yeah.
problems of the same line, and it's not going to change till the end of the season. But what I will say is, okay, we still have something to play for this season, and I feel like Ten Hag and Manchester United season rely heavily on it. At the end of the day, it can be after this weekend if we beat Coventry, 3 cup finals in 2 seasons, potentially could be a cup in both seasons.
Yep.
And again, we have to remember, even though yes, in the league we're not performing well, and I feel you always like to say, obviously the league tells you how good you are, I fully agree with you on that. That needs definitely to be improved. But if he can somehow salvage it by winning the FA Cup, we can't also smear that as well.
No, of course,
Yeah.
and I agree with you, and
Yeah.
I'm glad we're having a more amicable conversation about this specific topic.
Yeah.
Even if you do win the FA Cup,
Yeah.
that's a great achievement.
Yeah.
For me, I love the FA Cup. We
Yeah,
won it
yeah.
the most times.
Facts.
But it is papering over the cracks.
Oh, I agree.
100%.
I
You can win the FA Cup this
I will
year,
never
you
deny
Carabao
that.
Cup
No, I
last
will never
year.
deny that.
Papering over the cracks.
I
But
just-
even that, it's like you're still far away from winning that.
Yeah.
You have Coventry to do over this
Of
weekend.
course, and then obviously
but then
potentially
obviously
City or Chelsea.
or Chelsea in the final, which
I-
is still a lot to do.
Of course,
You've
a
got 2
lot of
more
work.
games.
That's why I say like there's still a lot of work to be done in order to win that. But if he was to win that, that would salvage what has been for me a horrible season. It would then make it look like
I think it will for that day and a
For that
couple of
day.
days because we won a trophy, let's be happy. But back after that, it's when this is not good enough.
No,
how
of
we're
course,
playing.
now of course, but that's why for me it's very like United's season relies heavily on this cup now. So I feel like the league format. That's why I'm saying there's no point talking
You're
about it
numb to
because
it,
I
you're
know
done.
it's numb to it. I'm done. There's nothing every week. It's the same. I expect the same shit. Like you said before, it's insanity. It's doing the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
Expecting different
And
results.
bro,
Would you do an LVG
do LVG in a
in
sense
terms
of
of no matter what, if Ten Hag wins the FA Cup, thank you for your services. See you later. You've given us the cup. You've given us Europe. We'll start fresh with someone else.
the thing is, if Ten Hag was the manager back then, so let's say swap roles now, and I say Ten Hag was during that time, and that happened then, I would have been like, yeah, get this guy gone to get the FA Cup. And
Now
just get
you're
out.
saying no.
Now I'm saying that because of what's transpired in this time between that.
Yeah.
How many managers have we run through? How many storylines have we gone through? I just can't be asked to go through the same thing again. So I can't be asked. Why is that
a sickness.
Why is that
I'm trying to save him.
This shit's not.
Why
He
is that
said,
saying? Why is that
let
saying
him win
this?
the FA Cup and we'll still keep him.
Why? No, but you have to understand.
Do you know what?
Ask
You
me
know
the
what? I-
context
You're
behind-
really, you
no,
got
but-
a Ten Hag tattoo somewhere.
No. Ask me the context behind that. Why?
That's what
no,
it
no.
reveals, isn't it?
But
That is-
you're talking to someone. You're talking to someone that
Yeah.
wanted David Moyes gone. I wanted him gone. After one season, I said, get this guy gone.
That was too soon. Now,
But listen, that's what I'm saying. Van Gaal, I also said, get him out. I said that football, there was a time when we didn't score like 20 games. We didn't score in the first half. But we was playing like, we had 80% possession, but we couldn't score goals. And the football was boring. We were winning games, drawing games 0-0 at Old Trafford. Sometimes we'll go games without scoring goals. So I watched that and I said, get this guy gone. That's a manager with credentials. I said, get him gone. Mourinho came in, by the time Mourinho gone, that was probably the time when he was coming towards his end, I hated football. I genuinely despised football. I couldn't bear watching it anymore.
Yeah.
That's how bad it made me feel. And I wanted him gone.
But the reason why I'm saying it with Ten
Ollie,
Hag
I wanted gone. After everything Ollie done for us, I still wanted him gone. I
this
said,
is the guy
you're
you
out
wanna
your
stay.
depth. I said, you're out
because
And I think the reason why I'm saying it, and I understand you're trying to break a cycle.
I'm trying to break.
You're trying to break a
It's
cycle.
what people
I was
don't
gonna say, I
understand.
don't think it's Ten Hag in general that he wants to stay.
Yeah.
I think he's now, trying
But
to
it's
break
a different
cycle of
ownership.
wanting to
So
get
the
rid of the
cycle is
manager.
partially,
Yeah,
but it's
I-
different
do you
ownership.
agree with
So
stuff
the
like that,
cycle's
though,
partially been
Yeah.
broken anyway. And then I feel like if
Wait, in what way?
well, if you've got new ownership who are steering the ship now,
No, that in
it's-
that
it's-
sense,
it's-
in that department,
they're gonna get new sporting
Yeah, 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 yeah.
directors.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
gonna break the
Yeah,
cycle
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit. So it's almost like to fully freshen the
Yeah.
cycle.
Get rid of the
manager's
manager, which
the
I
final one.
would agree. I would agree with that. But at the same time, why I feel like it's unfair, I also believe, that Ten Hag's been dealt a bad hand. That's my opinion.
Right.
People might disagree with that.
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
play. But I feel like there's a lot of factors that I can put on the table, which I've laid out in so many episodes, that I feel like that is a bad hand he's been dealt with. And unfortunately, he hasn't played the right moves with those cards. He hasn't played the right, and he should be criticized for that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think that is a true reflection of his ability as a coach. I believe that Ten Hag, if he was to go to another team, he would do well. I just feel like Manchester United itself, the current state it's in, it's a disease.
So the word
I
you're
genuinely
saying
believe it's a
basically
disease.
means, I know it's like Emery. I know you're a good manager, you're a good coach, but this club isn't good for you. So go. So that's what you should want for Ten Hag. You should want him gone because you do, even though you rate him as a manager, you believe he can, like Emery did, go to another club
And do well.
Like he's
100%,
doing.
yeah.
So why do you still want him at United?
The reason why I don't want him is because of this new structure that's come in. I
So you
want
wanna
him.
see.
I want to see what he's capable of doing under
With
a
a
very
better-
good structure,
with a better hand.
with a better hand. Not even necessarily better hand, just a structure with football people. Before he had people that were business-minded people. They weren't football people. They were doing everything in the best interest of the business for the club, not on the pitch. Now he's got people above him that have a track record of getting the football things done.
Now,
If you lot-
what you said is
Yeah.
what you said is he should be criticised for the things he should be criticised for now in terms of how you lot play the football.
Yes.
How the football has regressed this year.
Yeah.
The signings that have also been made under his tenure.
Correct.
Those are the things that
Mistakes
I
that he's
think
made,
are
yeah.
mistakes that he's made.
100%. I
Is
don't-
where
I
I
don't
think,
deny that.
and they, for me, I've been someone who I was always a Ten Hag fan, but I feel like they're grave enough mistakes at this point where they're almost like difficult to come back from, which
Yeah.
is why I feel like almost cut the losses.
That's where Ryder Storm comes in.
Fairs.
That's
Still
where the
right.
whole
you lot-
Ryder,
if
that's
you
where the
lot-
Ryder Storm comes in. For me, it's like he's made mistakes, yes. Let him rectify those mistakes under a new structure where there are people that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
If in his final, and it's only his final year of contract, it's almost, for me, I look at it like this is your last chance. This is a trial run.
Right.
You got different. Now you can't make no excuses. Now you can't start saying it's this and that.
But then here's the thing.
You can't.
You're
Yeah.
taking the risk of making almost next season like a trial run when you can have that as a trial run under a new manager. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of why go through 2 cycles next season potentially
Yeah.
when you could just
That's a fair-
end
that's a fair
this
question as well.
kind of cycle that you've kind of gone through now and just say cut my losses
Yeah.
and you know what, I'll start afresh with a new trial regardless anyway next season.
That's a fair question. Reason why I say no to that at the moment is because I know how toxic this club is. I know how hard that dressing room is. I know all the problems. He's had 2 years to climatize to it. I feel like the next manager that comes in is going to need time to climatize to it. So regardless, I feel like it's a lose-lose situation. The first manager that comes in is going to need a year anyway.
Yeah.
So I would say give the year to somebody that's already got control of that dressing room, that's already got his hands on that team. Because you bring in another manager, now this manager wants maybe... Because with Ten Hag, let's be real, a lot of these players that he's playing with are not reliable players, bro. They're either not reliable on the pitch or they're not reliable off the pitch. And he's having to juggle with that, with the injuries as well. Bro, this week, look, for example, last week we had McTominay and we had Anthony. This week, they're not even on the bench. That's on top of the Johnny Evans going, Lindelof going, Martinez going. It's all just a lot. Do you know what I mean? So speaking of,
you know, everything you've said, Liban, I disagree with every single.
That's fine. Now we can move on if you want. By the way,
No, let me tell you what. It's very stupid to what he's saying about let's give this man single-handedly is destroying your club, fam.
So why?
Like, it's like,
so is that not good for you?
No, because I'm like your way of thinking is what's annoying me. Like as you
That's fine.
having this guy saying if he wins the FA Cup, if he wins the FA Cup, we should give him another year. What kind of bullshit is that? He's been dealt a bad hand. If managers have been sacked previously, you're gonna come into a club that's not in a good state, right?
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp didn't come in a good state. Arteta didn't come in a good state. Ange didn't come in a good state. All these players don't come. All these managers. What manager comes in a good state? No, none of it. It's very rare, fam.
Because someone's been sacked before you. Yeah, right.
And the reason I don't hear nothing, the reason I don't want to hear anything is that you're a rival fan at the end of the day.
And
our manager
should be
gets
happy.
sacked, you laugh. We keep the manager, you laugh. We know what you're on.
It's very and Ten Hag and me not even being a rival fan. This guy needs to be removed ASAP.
Why? For what? For your
Because
benefit?
you're basically
your
agreeing
benefit?
Sancho's the problem, Ronaldo's the problem, Garnacho's the problem, Rashford's the problem. That's what you're saying. You're saying all these men are the problem. It's not Ten Hag. I love bald men. That's what you do. That's what you are. You just love bald men, fam. I clocked it. It's not about the manager.
Hey, man.
This means more FC.
But obviously, with Bournemouth, we've got to split out Bournemouth into Solanke and Kluivert scoring. But one more thing on United. Ten Hag seemed to throw Garnacho under the bus, apparently, and then followed with Garnacho liking a couple of tweets from a certain
Throw it under the bus in what sense? You subbed him off?
influencer. No, I don't know. I mean, that's you tell me.
Look, Garnacho's the problem.
This is no.
I don't know.
No. You're just saying what you.
He loves the club, bro.
And now in football,
Yeah.
substituting a player at halftime is called throwing under the bus. It's crazy, yeah.
ridiculous.
That's what we're dealing with now. You sub a player off at halftime, and let's be real, Garnacho was not having a great game. He was not having a great
come
half.
off, yeah.
He subbed him off,
That's
and
fine.
apparently that's throwing him under the bus.
That's
no,
fine.
my brother, he
Klopp-
made a change.
Klopp brought on Trent and Szoboszlai at half time, didn't he, against Palace?
He took off Salah at one game. What was it against Sheffield? Do you not snatch him off?
I agree with
Why-
half time.
why is that, though?
Emery stood at
Why
time
is that?
Arsenal.
Why is that? We were what? Was we not winning?
No, yours not winning.
Yeah, but why did he sub him off? Tell me the reasoning of why he subbed off Salah, bro. Because there was a reason behind it.
So there's
Where-
not a reason behind why Ten Hag.
What was the reason?
Garnacho was having a poor game.
Yeah, this happens.
See, you're just arguing for the sake of arguing, my brother. You just stop
Conor
talking.
Bradley and Endo
Just
got
stop
subbed off
talking.
at half time the other day.
Just stop talking,
Yeah.
man.
So at half time,
Yeah, but you're saying
But then
Garnacho.
what?
The guy, yeah,
I'm
you're
saying
saying
the
that's
Garnacho one.
that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying that I'm
You're
trying to
so
figure out
stupid.
You're goofy.
A man said,
Shut
Ten
up.
Hag, let's give him another year. Let's give him. So stupid.
What do you think about
You're the
Garnacho?
reason Man United's got a disease.
Okay.
You're part of the reason.
Okay.
So dumb, fam.
guys literally lost-
He's been
you guys literally
radicalized.
lost
I don't know who by, though. He's been radicalized, fam. Someone's radicalized him to think Ten Hag is the man. It's mad.
Listen, Garnacho then responded
This
with
means more
liking two tweets by Mark Goldbridge. So one of them saying, Garnacho has been one of our best players this season. Poor first half, but taking him off for half time and holding him up as the problem is a joke. Many have done much worse week in, week out and are still out there. Garnacho like that tweet. He also had another tweet that said Ten Hag subtly blaming Garnacho in the post-match conference, press conference. Not a good look throwing a 19-year-old under the bus who has actually delivered for you this season. But then again, he's clearly scared of upsetting the bigger earners.
Watch the
And he
full.
liked
This
those
is
two
what I'm trying to say. Watch the full press conference. When you watch the full press conference of what Ten Hag is saying, he doesn't throw him on the bus.
So you're taking Ten Hag's side of this.
He's going to all the time,
Even though
Sean.
Garnacho's
Yeah.
it's more secure.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
That's what it is, yeah. And I told you right now.
Told you.
And it's understandable, bro. There's a lot. There's
a fetish.
There's a large proportion of the fan base that do not want Ten Hag here. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna contextualize everything he does, anything he does.
Stop smiling, man. Stop
No,
smiling.
listen, no.
It's a fetish, fam.
Listen. No, but going back to that, going back to those tweets and those tweets that he's liking and all this whole issue about the tweets and whatever, the whole Garnacho issue. There's a large portion of fans that want him gone. So what they're gonna do when you have an agenda against a manager, you don't want that manager in the thing. You're gonna create problems, or you're gonna make everything as a headline. They're contextualizing everything he does. He subbed a player at halftime that was playing poorly. Apparently, that's throwing him on the bus. He made a press conference where he never only criticized Garnacho, he criticized the whole team in general. He said that he made so many he criticized so many things from that game. He said so many statements about that game. Yet that's the only one they want to pick up from. Everything's just been contextualized to push the agenda that he's some guy that's creating problems with players, and it's not. He's just doing his job as a manager. Klopp done it 2 weeks ago with Salah. He subbed him off. There was no issue there.
We had an FA Cup game.
Here we go.
We had an FA
you,
Cup game.
You sub off your best player at 1-1.
for FA Cup.
At 1-1 in a Premier League game where you're chasing the title.
And it worked. 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 Because we won. And it worked.
That doesn't matter.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
You're just trying
Let me
to-
tell you why. Because don't say
Don't
Klopp
try to-
and
listen.
Ten Hag's the same. It's not the same. Shots. It doesn't. You don't need to be a scientist to know Ten Hag won't be here in the summer. He's gonna be gone. Accept that. You
Your
know,
manager's gone as well.
Yeah, but he left
This
on his
means
own
more
accord.
FC.
On his
This
own
means more
accord.
FC.
Your manager is
Parade.
gone. Regardless,
Parade that
when the FA
Carabao
Cup,
Cup,
he's
man.
getting sacked. We know
Parade
that.
that.
He's getting sacked. I don't know what I told you. I think you clotted him. You something. You signed the NDA. You beat him.
Just move on.
No,
man.
you have to. You have to. That
He's
has
trying
to be.
to.
I think he did. I think he did. It's not only Diddy. It's Diddy and Liban. It's Diddy and Liban.
I said you're
It's
the one.
Diddy
I said
and
you're
Liban.
the one. Are you not the one that's got Diddy on your phone?
It's not about Diddy and
Yeah,
me.
but you got
It's
Diddy
not
on,
about
but yeah,
Diddy. It's
Diddy
not
and
about
me.
Diddy and
So
me.
yeah,
I've got
acknowledge
his
it.
phone
Diddy
call.
and me.
It's
Yeah.
you and
That's
Ten
how I hear
Hag
it.
right now.
That's the
It's
documentary.
you and Ten Hag.
Diddy and me. That's the new documentary coming to Netflix,
We're
guys.
gonna speak about the game
Diddy and me.
itself.
It's mad. Ten Hag
because
is
it's
gone.
always the same problems of
Diddy
United.
and me.
Your lover's
But-
getting sacked.
But
This means
Your
more
lover-
FC.
Your lover
yeah,
is
this
getting
combination
sacked.
is not happening again.
This means more FC.
Your lover's getting sacked.
What means more?
Your lover's getting
What
sacked.
this means more?
All right,
What's
sorry,
more?
sorry, Bournemouth fans.
This means more
We didn't get
ass.
to cover your good result.
This
Anyways,
means more ass.
You didn't lose to Man United this season. You beat them 3-0 at Old Trafford, and you've drawn 2-2 at home.
Oh, we
5
gotta
goals.
give them credit then.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Free-
you wanna-
No. Sorry, yeah. All right, let's round of applause for Bournemouth. Round of applause.
I'm gonna hit his head, you know.
Up the cherries. No, they did it.
You know why he's
Up the cherries. Alex Scott, my brother.
You didn't even play.
It doesn't matter. He still deserves it. From Bristol City to here.
You know what this is stemming
Deserves
from?
it.
Do you know what this is stemming from? It's a whole deflection tactic from the fact that his team have fumbled this weekend and you're burning from it, so you're trying to deflect it to make yourself feel better. But at the end of the day, this is more ass FC. Well done. Well done to you. Well
Also,
done to you.
can we
Well done
talk
to you.
about?
Well done to
Talk
you.
about Kambwala quickly.
Yes, we can.
What do
And
you think
he
of
had
this?
a moment to forget, the young man.
I felt like he had more than one, but he did- he did
He had a
really-
moment to forget. Well, like, probably a game to forget. Even.
Yeah, definitely a
Yeah,
game
because
to
now to be fair, there was he played. I don't feel like generally he played well, but I think those two moments were huge moments. Like again, he cost us the first goal.
Yep.
He got Solanke done him.
Yeah, done
There's
it.
nothing. He sent him to go
Done
to the
it.
shops and come back, bro.
Done it.
And
Done
he
it.
was bamboozled.
You got something to say.
Nah,
I can see you got something to say.
Bro, I like him.
Listen,
I can't lie
Him
to
and
him.
Van der Ven are
I like
didn't he twist the post?
Don't forget Nihao. Don't forget Nihao. Don't forget Nihao. Don't forget
Something to say.
Nihao. You see Van Dijk before when after they went 1-0 down.
Was it?
Bro, he turned to Islam. He turned to Islam.
He's got
Lie.
Saudi outside.
He turned to Islam.
Yeah.
Al Dijk.
Okay.
He changed his name to Al
Nah, it
Dijk.
was just so funny how Van der
Al
Ven.
Dijk. Man Al Dijk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Val Al Dijk.
Roll over.
No, I was gonna say
Roll over.
it was just so
There was
funny
5
that
in the
Van
bed,
der
and the
Ven.
little one said, sorry.
You can't say anything with this guy.
Sicko.
But no, I was just saying it was so funny that Van der Ven had that moment on like the Saturday early doors.
Yeah.
Everyone was laughing and getting their jokes
Everyone
on,
was
not realizing, yo, it's coming for you as well.
Coach
Culture Kamwala. Putting a baby.
Yeah, where is he right now? Currently Cancun.
I prefer not
He
to
got
say.
sent to Cancun. Like, he got sent. Sent straight there.
No. But I like him. I hope it doesn't
Affect his
rattle him
confidence.
too
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
because
hope so as well.
I feel like since he's come in, he's actually been like a bright
Nah,
spark.
he's got a good potential.
He's got that
Found
dog
good
about him. I
potential,
like him.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and the last game I'm going to cover, this is the latest we've ever covered this team. Manchester City beating Luton Town 5-1. Ross Barkley scoring the only goal for Luton as a consolation. Obviously, adds to how good he's been this season. Very well taken goal as well.
Incredible goal. by the
Very
way.
well taken goal by Ross Barkley.
Step
but
over steps.
yeah,
Send him
yeah,
away.
unbelievable
Bang.
goal from Ross Barkley.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, City 5-star performance for City, starting with an own goal.
Hey, that was
COVID, but there's loads of good goals. Yeah, that was
that
loads
first goal. I can't lie to you.
for
Was
like
so
Japanese
funny.
brother. Is
yeah,
that GG
'cause,
Japanese?
I don't even know, but
Bro, he's been having a man.
he's been having a lot of bad
yeah,
performances. I saw someone tweet me from Japan. Someone tweet before the game as well. It's like this guy when he's starting. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's like the guy's starting is gonna have a stinker.
Yeah.
2 minutes in, own goal him.
bro.
I don't know much about him. I've not seen him play much.
It's
this
such an
season.
unlucky own goal as well.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he
yeah.
comes
Bro,
straight off
yeah.
his face.
Doku took the shot. It said no.
No.
Haaland took the shot. It said we're going in by force.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah,
It's mad.
We're starting this game
but it was a
1-0.
weird game. Yeah, obviously Kovacic scored a Kovacic type goal,
Yeah.
banger. Yeah,
That was nuts.
Yeah,
By the way.
His goal
Like,
catalog is crazy.
it's what he
anyway,
does,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, his goal catalog is
scored one
insane.
against you guys for Chelsea. A screamer, I remember.
Don't do that now. Because now he's going to start rambling about how they've scored incredible. Yeah. Just can't be asked for.
SummerSlam.
No.
But he did score. I remember, he scored a banger against you guys.
You're definitely on the spectrum, man.
If I am the whole club instituted.
Okay. and then, yeah, obviously Haaland scoring a penny. Finally, we saw a good performance from Doku again. It's been a while since we got so good performance of Doku. And then Gvardiol again. Another screamer. It was one right foot again.
Yeah, right foot again.
Jeez.
Do you know what it is?
I mean,
Is you know when you-
performance, 5 goals.
You know when you unlock a new move. You know when you unlock a new move and you just start banging it. Now that's what Gvardiol. He's clocked it. So yeah, that right foot. They're letting me. Say
What
Nah,
can you
bro,
say about
I can't lie to you. Again, another thumping performance. They went 1-0 down and it did not phase them one bit. Or like they just came straight back in. What 5 minutes later?
Who's
Like
this?
another goal. City.
They were 1-0 down.
No, they went 1-0 up, but then 50 seconds.
they
later,
went 1-0 up.
Yeah.
They went like
They went
3-0.
when it equalized. Straight away they responded.
Like-
They did.
I don't know what game he's
responded.
watching.
Barkley scored in the 81st minute.
I'm thinking, why am I thinking about the Crystal Palace game? Sorry.
Oh,
Like,
Palace
my mind's
game.
on- My
No,
mind's on
yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
My mind's on a different game. Yeah. I don't, I'm mixing the two games.
They were like
That's how you know it's such a common. No, listen, it's the Palace game. Do you know what it is?
They went 1-0 down in the
No
Palace
one
game.
did that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
do you know what it is though? It's just City being City.
Mateta.
It's just like it's tomato. Every game is just like
It's the
you know
Palace game.
you know what you're gonna get with them, and it's just like you see the way I'm saving myself right now. It's crazy. But yeah, they just tomato. Same thing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they extended their unbeaten home run in all competitions to 41 games now.
Yeah.
With 35 of them being wins.
Yeah.
One short of their club record of 42, and that was in between 1919 and 1921.
Yeah.
So they're about to, 2 more home games unbeaten. They're going to beat that. Only Sheffield United have conceded more goals than Luton in the Premier League more own goals than Luton in the Premier League this season. After one they conceded at the first 65 minutes of the game. This is Man City's boss Pep Guardiola's 150th Premier League home match in charge. He's won 117 of them, the highest win rate for any manager of at least 10 home games in charge. Luton's Ross Barkley has now scored his 5th Premier League goal of the season, and he's having a very impressive season anyways. But yeah, I want to hear from Luton fan. I've got Cuban who always gets involved. I mean, Luton didn't expect to win this game at all, even though Luton had a good home game against City this season.
Yeah.
They lost, but they had a good performance against them. Cuban says, underwhelming performance to say the least, dominated for 90 minutes, but at the end of the day, what can you expect playing against Man City? We played a right winger at right back, and with only 2 senior outfield players on the bench. Injuries have hit us at the worst time, but hopefully the lads can scrape through until the end of the season. Great goals for Man City and Barkley, but a routine win for them. They've taken steps to the 4P and seem most likely to lift the trophy at the end of the season. So, the game aside, we spoke a lot about Arsenal and Liverpool, and spoke about City a little bit. They are now on the driving seat. They are now top of the table. It's from like literally being third. Now they're 2 points clear.
Yeah.
It's weird. It just happened in one day. In one weekend it happened. And I felt like City players was sensed it was going to come.
Yeah.
They're so relaxed. They've won it so many times. We'll talk about a lot of what we spoke about today is mentality. And what is it about City's mentality? Is it because when you win it so much now, you haven't got fear?
Yeah.
So it's like with Arsenal and Liverpool, maybe we have a pressure just because Man City is there.
Yeah.
What is it with their mentality? And do you think they've just always had it? Do you think it's because this group has been together for like 8 years?
Combination of both.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, again, when I was watching United back in the day, like it was like, even when there was times where we were behind teams 8 points, they still went on to win the league. And it's like, even though you're so far behind, you still have a sense of confidence that your team could still get back into it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, but that's built over years. Like that's not built overnight. That's something that you develop over the years with the success that, again, with like City ever had.
Yeah.
That's something that you build, that confidence, that sort of, again,
experience.
They've built that over time, which is why they're basically having the same sort of going into these title runnings with that same mentality that we used to have. I think, you know what I mean? It's kind of like,
if you look at the City doc that's come out recently, I think you could see almost remnants of that throughout.
They never panicked once.
They were
And I think-
further behind. They were like 8 points behind Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like,
And if you see some of the team talks, Ruben Diaz, Rodri are given in there, it's like, boys, we've been here before.
Yeah.
We know what it's like to win it. And
Yeah.
they were talking like that last year.
Yeah.
Now this is after a treble season. And I think you look at the core and the spine of that team, they've been together for about 4 or 5 years. The Bernardo Silvas, the Kyle Walkers, and they're all, at this point in their career, let's be honest, seasoned vets, bro. And not just for club, for country. Some of them are wearing armbands for their country.
Exactly.
They're in a similar situation where, like, Chelsea were a few years ago. Do you remember when they had, like, an 11-man squad where, like, 7 or 8 of them were national team countries?
Yeah.
They've kind of got that set of almost, like, leaders
In the team.
throughout their team. Haaland, he could probably be captain, probably vice-captain for Norway after Odegaard. Like, you've got Rodri, you've got KDB, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz. Aki's even a senior member nowadays, but you look throughout that spine, there's that experience, and I think that's where earlier on we were talking about Arsenal with that mentality.
Yeah.
They're still a young team that's growing.
Yeah.
You look at Liverpool, they're almost like still trying to rejuvenate the team with some of the old guys. This City team is like been there, done that, still in the prime of it, and it's like from top to bottom, they've got that experience and leadership throughout,
And
I
it
think
shows.
100% it shows, bro.
winners, man.
That's it.
You know how Pep, he loves winning, bro. Like he's addicted to winning. Like I wonder how he is at home.
No, for me,
You get
I think-
like he's
every little thing.
Yeah,
like,
he loves winning. So like when it comes to this, now we're gonna see him sit on top of the water bottle, the basket thing, sit on there. I wonder what he does now. Do you get? But knowing
and
when it's at 6-0 up.
But it's become,
But
but
it
we
just
normalize
an
it
addictive-
so much because it's Man City and Pep Guardiola that, when they take the lead, it's just Man City.
Yeah.
But to actually do this for 2 years,
Yeah,
3 years,
it's crazy.
4 years,
it's
and
not
especially I said this year, I feel like is whoever wins it is going to be the hardest Premier League because we haven't had 3 teams genuinely competing like this
Right to the end.
for a while,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the end, and I feel like all 3 are kind of respectable and they all kind of have their own
You
reasons.
can give
why
a
they
point
win
for
it.
all 3
For
teams
three
why
teams,
they
facts.
deserve to
Why
win the
they
league.
deserve
Yeah.
fully.
No,
and
no,
I
I
feel
agree.
like that's
I
why I
fully
said
agree.
if he does it this year, I feel like it will be even more sweeter than some of the others because you might have a treble, you might have the formidables or whatever, but it's that difficulty of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being able to motivate this team again. Because let's be honest, that's why he left Bayern. That's why he left Barca. He's like, bro, after that 4th or 5th season, to get these guys going again.
It's hard. It's hard.
But we just look at it as like, oh, it's the Premier
hard.
League, Farmers
no,
League,
no,
Pep.
no, no.
But he keeps not reinventing the wheel, but keep
He is,
finding
though.
new
Bro,
ways.
That's a
to
good
fire
I
this
think that's a
team
good
up.
time to
He
use.
is
He is
reinventing
reinventing
the
the wheel
wheel.
because he's
He's
used
not- he's
last
tweaking the
season.
wheel, it's not reinventing.
Tweaking
Yeah.
is probably a better word.
So
But
put a
even
bit of oil
last
in
year,
it.
for example, 4 centre backs as the back 4, like
The Stones and Rodri double pivot. This season we're seeing Rodri become like a box
Box to
take the
box,
Gundogan role if you like.
yeah. He plays with one midfielder at times.
Yeah.
One midfielder, and then the rest are in attack. So you look at what he does. He always finds something new. He develops something. He's an innovator.
And I
He
think-
always comes up with new
And
ideas.
I think that's where it comes from this week. I don't know. Obviously, the narrative has shifted that.
Yeah.
Now that City are there, you know they ain't
But
letting
it
that
comes
go
from somewhere. It
because
stems from-
we've
yeah,
seen
exactly.
that time and
Exactly.
time again. We know the players and characters
Yeah.
that they have in there. It's like it wouldn't surprise me now if Haaland from now to the end of the season scores 10 goals.
Yeah.
Because he can do that. Do you
Yeah,
see what
yeah.
I'm
Still
saying?
is at 30 mark. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I think there's an acceptance problem with the rest of the league of everyone just accepting City are just going to do it now.
That's
City
where
are just gonna-
you're.
But that's what I'm saying.
This is where you.
That's where Arsenal or Liverpool have to break that, and cause a
Challenge it.
Yeah, cause a shift because
Yeah.
that acceptance is the problem.
Yeah.
We're so comfortable and so used to City winning it that what happens is they just become. They don't have to do any actual real hard work anymore.
Yeah.
We're doing it for them.
for them facts.
Voila.
We're putting the
You're-
energy in
you're-
the air.
You're finally hitting it.
We're putting the
Yeah.
energy in the air
Yeah.
for them.
Exactly.
Fu at the top of the show is saying it's done.
It's done,
They're
yeah.
2 points behind them, both of
Yeah.
us. We're 2 points behind them. When they were 2 points behind
Yeah.
us, they weren't saying it's done.
Exactly.
When they were 2 points behind us,
No one was saying that.
you know. But now
Yeah.
they're 2 points ahead. It's done. And that and they're human. Their players
Yeah.
are human.
Yeah.
Our players
Players
are
are
human.
human. Facts.
Our players are a lot younger and fresher than their players.
Yeah.
You know, our players are probably more close to the peak of their careers than their
Then
their
facts.
players.
They
are
should
on
have
the-
that
Their
hunger
players
even
are on the
more.
other side of the peak.
You're
Our
like
players
the-
are closer to the peak than they are.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's like, but it's the acceptance, it's the energy.
It's
all
here.
of that,
It's here.
and that all comes
It's
here.
here. Exactly.
All of that is what helps them go that extra couple inches
Yep.
to close to the title, and that gives them the title.
And if you don't break it now,
It has to be.
it has to be broken at some point. And that's why I say, that's why it goes back to my point about last season, this season. It's like, if you don't win it, you haven't broken that.
Bro,
That's my point. If you
Facts,
haven't
no,
broken
facts,
it.
100%.
Weirdly, I look back at almost like the Pochettino era a little bit, in just from my perspective, and a lot of Spurs fans look back at that kind of 16-17 team, and they're like, oh, how the hell did we let Leicester win that? Like, that's what you don't want almost Arsenal to become in a few years' time, where you're looking back at these 2 years and thinking there was a real opportunity
And we
to,
didn't take it.
you know,
Like-
maybe
like-
just
like
pip
even
City
you guys.
if we had that little bit more kind of bravado to go
You guys,
for it.
I
you
don't
lot,
know,
their
man.
team reminds me so much of you lot.
Huh?
Their teams at the moment reminds me so much of that Spurs team where you were such a good team. So at times
You've
you were
got
playing
the
some of the
core
best-
11
You
that
got-
you know
Yeah,
you're
but
going
they
to
didn't
use
have
and rely on.
a
We didn't have the
title-winning
depth
worthy
at
team.
all.
We have a
Yeah.
title-winning
think
worthy
there
No,
team.
no,
I
no. But
think
what we
there-
had
I think
was
there was 2
we-
years
I
where-
agree with that. We had 2 years though where I feel like the road opened just a little
Yeah,
bit.
for sure.
Chelsea the next season just said,
No, say
open them, shut up shop. But that Leicester year, I felt like it was
there
a
for
little
you
bit.
lot.
But
It
then
was
even
there.
Leicester, let's be
we came
honest.
second.
You
man.
can't. That's what I'm saying. But that's
But it was a 2-horse race.
You
Spurs
lot
for
were
most-
leading.
No, you lot were leading. That's the misconception of that season, you know.
By February they were leading. But I'm saying the door opened for you lot to really take it.
I don't talk about the season.
You fumbled it.
That just reminds me of Giroud.
One thing I want to say is that between those three teams, City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, one thing you do notice with those three teams is that City are the ones, regardless of what the result is every week, regardless of whether they're winning games or losing, their emotions always stay the same. And I think that's what Gary Neville's been kind of sort of been vocalizing a lot over the last 2 years, is that when he criticized Arsenal last year for having too much emotion, and people were like, what the hell is this guy talking about? This guy knows, bro, you're talking to an 11-time Premier League. He knows what he's talking about.
Sure,
and it's that level of like, regardless of the circumstance, regardless of what happens, or regardless of the adversities that you come through, emotions say, whether you win or you lose, you have to keep control of your emotion. I feel like with Liverpool and Arsenal, even Liverpool when they're winning,
But Liverpool, I think, slightly different. I think
they're the opposite to
their
you guys.
whole thing relies on emotion.
Emotion,
The reason
yeah.
they win so
It's
much,
not-
or obviously
That's a problem in
The reason
itself,
they do
though.
so well, but I think their club is slightly different. I agree a little
Yeah.
bit with Arsenal, but everything with them relies on emotion. The club is all about emotion, and you'll never walk alone.
Yeah.
You'll never be alone, and it means more. Everything. You can agree. Liverpool as a whole just it relies on emotion.
Emotion, yeah.
You know, that's
Adrenaline
what
at times as well. That's,
That's why they come back so much. That's why
Adrenaline
everything-
junkies.
That's why Anfield is
Yeah.
seen as one of the best stadiums, away
Yeah.
stadiums to go to. It's everything relies on emotion.
but I'm
That
saying
helps. That pushes them.
Sometimes
It
I
doesn't
think you need to
derail them.
control.
Do you know
that,
what
though.
else?
I feel like you need to control.
You know what?
that.
I think
Plot, emotion.
Even when you're like their issue, I feel like it's the high emotion. Yours when it's like the adversity, it's like all of a sudden, and I feel like
There has to be a balance.
there has to be about
I agree.
City have got
City
that
are-
balance.
yeah,
They've got
yeah,
that balance
they're in the middle.
perfect, and sometimes that's what you need in title runners. You need that, and I think that's what could potentially cost both of you. Because I feel like with them, it's this adrenaline that they always need to thrive on. And if the adrenaline is not there,
all the time. Yeah.
What else you got to
what
rely
else
on,
you got
I
to?
think,
You know what I mean? Exactly.
I mean, now for us to look, 6 games left. What we got to look forward to is main men back. Do you know what I mean? The likes of
all
Alisson, Trent, like everyone's,
Perfect time though for
everyone-
Europa League second leg.
everyone's coming back, type of thing. Europa.
You're gonna play all your best players that game. You can go for it, 100%.
Come on, man. We've
I think you could do
we've
it.
seen Istanbul
Yeah.
in one half.
Yeah.
Telling me you can't do 3-0 in
I
one.
know that'll be nice, but like again, I think right now, I think we got a better shot at the Premier League than Europa. To be completely honest with you, that's what
Interesting.
I think we got a better shot at the league, even though we're chasing.
It's funny
City.
how their seasons change so much in like 3 weeks.
It's
And
football
who's
though.
that because of?
Football changes all the
That's
time.
football. Arsenal season can change
Football
in 3
changes
days.
all the time.
Who's that because of?
Yours
a
can never.
3-day period.
Yours will never change. Ten Hag's going. Yours is not going to change.
Yeah, but go on, finish your point.
But as I said, I think with the Premier League again, you said a point about mentality and stuff. We need to change and the way we think. Do you remember you said that?
Yes.
Us as fans, that's totally fine. We can do that. It's the players that need that. We don't need that. I can easily sit here and say, yeah, no, we're still gonna win it. It's only 2 points. But it's the players and manager that need their paradigm shift change, not us. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, but the
Like,
fans, it's all unison. The fans are the
We
13th man.
fans will give, yeah, and we
The
always
players-
give.
The players read social media.
we'll-
The fans
yeah,
are in the stadium.
And we always give 100%.
It's
As
important.
fans, we always give 100%. You know, that's the reason why Liban says, I hate Liverpool fans the most. I hate food the most when it comes
Hates
to
Arsenal
football.
fans the most.
He hates Arsenal fans because they give, like, it's the same. Like, we will give 100% no matter what, bro. Like, we'll fight to the end. We just need the players to do the same. So I don't think it's a mentality thing of the Premier League fans in general. I think it's the players.
No, but it is like I said, the whole of the we're giving City too much, like in terms of we're allowing them to win the league because of how we talk about them. That has a factor in how the players look at it. It has a factor in everything.
The reason
league
why
as a whole, we're giving City that extra 2% to win that league.
Yeah, but the reason why I'm
By saying now it's done. You will literally say
yeah, because I've been
wrapped
here.
up.
I've been here.
So you are.
But-
That's the point he's trying to make. Them.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
that's
No,
what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying we shouldn't, like, you should have a more willingness to be like, it ain't over.
It's
Yeah.
not.
It ain't
There's 6
over.
game weeks left.
And that's
which
what I
means
was saying
You
at
have
the
6
beginning.
games. They have 6 games. We have 6 games. There's 18 games left.
Mathematically, yeah.
80 points.
Mathematically.
80 points left.
Huh?
You mean 18 points left?
No, I'm saying 18 games between. We're all gonna play 6
Oh,
games
okay,
each.
okay. I thought you meant to say-
No, there's 6 games each.
Yeah.
So we're all gonna play. There's gonna be 18
Yeah,
games,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? In
Yeah.
general, there's
Yeah.
18 games,
Yeah,
18
yeah.
different results.
Results, yeah,
that
yeah,
can
yeah.
change between now and end of the season between
Yeah,
those
yeah.
top 3,
Mm-hmm.
and it's only 2 points. So you know how much that is, bro?
Yeah, I
They've
know.
earned
But
the respect
as
by
again,
that.
that's the reason.
When you put it like
That's
that,
what-
it doesn't make
that's
you
what I
see
said, it's
a
not
big picture.
I said
But-
there's still twists.
I've
and
been,
turns, so
I've
there will be,
shocked,
there has
shocked.
to be,
I've-
that's true. But I just know. What,
You're right.
I know the
I've been.
script.
I've
I know the script.
I've thought of that before, long time ago. No. I'm just
I
now.
know, but
I've
you
thought
thought
about
tomorrow
the
or
twist.
yesterday.
I thought about the twist and turns and stuff like that. I've been there. Oh, there's gonna be one more hiccup. I've been there. But when it comes to, I've seen City mash up teams in April.
So you're just accepting. Acceptance. done.
now,
I'm not. Maybe maybe I'm a baby in this fighting for the league, and you're a lot more experienced in this.
Fam,
You've lost on the last day.
if-
I get it. I don't know how I'd recover from that more than once, but maybe I'm still raw. I'm still
and
new
if
to this.
City drop points now,
I'm
and then
naive.
we,
I'm happy to be naive. We have better goal difference than them. I believe they'll still drop some points. They might draw.
That's fine,
And suddenly we can win the league in goal difference.
and if City drop points on the 25th of April when they play, and then we win our game, and we go on top, I'm screaming,
Hella
bro.
we and if and
Straight.
Everything's if no one knows.
I have
but
to.
also
Ifs,
with this
ands,
5-1,
or buts, or maybe.
with this 5-1 win as well for City, they now have the most goals, and so they've overtaken Arsenal.
Oh, they
they've
can
scored the
take it.
most
Okay,
goals now
okay,
by one.
okay.
We
This is
still have the
April,
best
bro.
defensive record, but they've now got the most goals.
This is April.
And I was gonna say, what was that saying again? What was that saying?
This
again?
is April.
April
Like
stuff.
this is Man City
What
when
was
it
that
comes to
saying,
April.
man?
What's it?
The one about. See, it's just.
About who?
Give it City.
He said about thing.
Acceptance.
Thought about tomorrow yesterday.
No,
No,
about,
that's another
a quote.
Yeah, the
Hope.
Yes,
the hope
what was
one.
the one?
Yeah. Hope's
hope
the one
that
that
kills.
kills. Hope's that kills.
Saying that I can't do
the
no more.
hope that-
Anyway, do you want to wrap it up? You wanna wrap it
Yeah,
up?
so we are gonna wrap it up there. We're gonna quickly talk about touch on FPL because the season's almost about to end. There's 6 game weeks left,
FPL.
and the SDS one I didn't see.
We're in a serious title race. Yeah,
There's an FPL
the
title
most
race.
serious title race of our life, Sharky.
Yeah.
And we're here talking about Merciful being
So
top.
earlier in the season,
We're
when
here.
you were top,
We're here.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
yeah, exactly. In October,
I know
when
that
you
ain't
were
who I
top,
think it is.
in October when you were top, what were you saying? Forget about me. Don't look at me.
Yeah,
I'm the best.
And that's what happens when you're on top.
was
You
talking so much
talk your
rubbish.
shit.
He's just-
You talk your
you
shit
can
when
see
you're
right
top.
now how it looks.
FPL's
He's
just
a
like
flip
Liverpool.
flopper.
Abs and-
with the
Abs and
Liverpool,
Merce.
the FPL, everything. He's just flip flop.
There's a title race between Abs and Merce in the top 2 of the table. There's literally one measly FPL point between Abs and Merce. So I'm sitting in third, but I'm more or less out of it.
Merce dropped.
No, Merce still first, but by 1
That
point.
is crazy.
But do you know
And
who?
1 point in FPL is.
Do you know who we
tighter
need to
than
give
one
credit
in the
to?
Roundup football.
You carry on the list. I'm gonna.
Yep, I'm sat in third.
This person's pretty low.
Liban's down in 5th. Fuad is rock bottom.
We ain't gonna do that. They're like we've been knowing that for weeks now.
So nothing's changed for him since August.
Bro, I lost my password on the. I can't remember what week now.
Hey man.
I
did
believe it.
research.
I believe
no,
it.
no, no, no. I did research. I did intensive research.
Let me see if there's any changes.
I'll log on to my.
You know why he changed? You know when he stopped playing? Games 11 or 12.
You're
And
lying.
you know why? And you know why? And you know why? You know why he stopped playing? Because the week before he did a wild card and he only got like 19 points for the wild card, so he gave up. I clocked him. I clocked
Lost
you.
my password.
Hey,
I don't play games in
Yeah.
these streets.
I did my research on you, brother. He was talking
on
smack.
FPL,
You know
man.
that day? You know that day when you two were doing a whole sort of what do you call it? A joint enterprise attack, whatever that was.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I need to research on you. I said, I need to research on you. I did my research on him. I did my research on
Nah,
him.
FPL hype, man. Listen, real man play FM.
Yeah, facts. I mean, all pro clubs right now, SDS FC are going to be competing in the Champions of the Turf tournament. Please give us your support. Follow us. Our handles on the screen. We're literally like almost 3 hours in. So any of you guys who are listening or watching right now, that means you are a massive supporter of the podcast. So if you are that big of a supporter, you're going to support our pro clubs team as well. So this is just for you guys, the 1%ers. Follow us on Twitter, SDS Football Club. Support SSFC in the Champions of the Turf Pro Clubs tournament. And watch my streams when we play games. We're trying to win it. So please support us.
Put in the comments,
And yeah.
hashtag SDSFC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to prove that you was here to this point,
exactly.
actually.
Hashtag SDSFC.
There we go. I'd love to see that. And for you guys, well, we do have a SS League as well for you guys on Pro Clubs. Not Pro Clubs, FPL. Bloom is still top. Been top almost all season. 4231 Junior Press is second at Snake FPL. Tijo third, dropped down to third. Ferrer Xhaka is in fourth. Sterling Draw is in fifth. Shiver Me Timbers is sixth. Don't Look Back Tanganga is seventh. ABDS 11th is eighth.
Random name.
Channel 4 Medjbury is ninth. And Klaus and Graz is in 10th.
Hey, where's my brother Cruise Control?
You see the
Cruise
top 10.
control.
You see
And
the
Was that you?
Oh,
see the top 10 shots.
That
What?
team, man. Guys.
Like, how is it? Is it looking close?
Yeah, first and second especially, but third is still winning.
Hey, I wonder what they're gonna pick. I'm still excited to see.
Yeah,
what they're
exactly.
gonna pick.
I wanna know
Whoever
if it's
wins,
close.
make sure you contact us and prove that it is your team because you have a choice of 2 prizes. One being £500 cash prize and the other being an appearance on SDS. And you get to curate the lineup for the episode.
Oi, that would be a.
If you do not get picked,
Oi.
stocks has dropped.
Might just pick a Siba Sosa.
I don't want to pick I want to pick somebody that doesn't pick £500, man. Don't pick me, man. You don't pick £500, bro. Don't pick me.
Come to the table and tell it, hey, you should have picked the £500.
If you pick me, I'll tell you on the table. You should take that £500, man. You should take that £500.
There you go. Yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much. It's been an interesting episode. It was a meltdown. It was a lot of chaos, but we'll see you guys. There's still 6 more Premier League roundups to go, so a lot can change. So, yeah, see you soon.